Alrighty, we are
Skidoo.
live with Pat Pod number 16 on air. Got the OG guest,
Hello.
episode 1 guest back in
Hell
the
yeah.
back in the studio. Very different than the first
Whole
one.
revamp to
Yeah.
the Pat Pod.
Was the putting green here the first time?
No, we constructed it, I think,
After that?
either that day or like the day after. Or
Yeah,
some shit,
yeah. Wow, crazy.
Everything.
I guess they can't really see that in there, but there's
But
a
I
putting green over there.
I think we were on that desk over there, like
Yeah.
hooked up with one mic where we.
Yeah,
go
yup.
back and
Yeah,
forth.
oh, that's right. I didn't even have the second mic yet.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Scooby's been sitting on here a lot, if you can't tell.
Made a nice
I-
hole for.
Yeah. I vacuumed this spot up, so I didn't get hair, but there's still
Still a good amount of dog hair on it.
Let's crack these boys
Oh yeah.
up. Miller or Mick?
I'll go Mick. Also have this for you too.
I'll honestly wait a little bit after a couple drinks. I
Yeah.
I
okay.
haven't. I like smoking after I have like a couple drinks in me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But oh yeah, like I was saying in the garage, I haven't really been drinking like pretty much at all
Damn.
recently. So now that I am, I want to wait till so I can like get that
Get the
feeling.
good
Yeah,
peak of it,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Cheers, brother.
Cheers, bro. Good to be
too long
yeah,
since we
good-
cheers.
Good few months. Good to be back. Thanks for
Oh yeah,
having me.
pleasure to have you. Should we send this link out?
hmm
Wait, did you send it out to anyone
I
yet?
told the boys. I said I
Okay.
sent a text to Rado. I was like, "Yo,
Pat Pod. Okay, because it says one viewer. I didn't know if you like went into the app and sent it out. I'll send it to my friends at school. See if they.
I have the notifications on.
Hey,
Live now, the Pat Pod.
fuck
episode
yeah,
16.
fuck yeah, dude. Now I really want to fucking go back and see what was said in those other pods. Not right now, obviously, but
Too good, dude.
like now I'm really curious. Like what
It's like what was
what could she have screen recorded that was so damning that she felt the need to screen record it? I honestly can't think of what
was it? Yeah.
it even was. But I guess we shouldn't talk about it too much. But hey, you know what they say, there's no such thing as bad publicity.
Yeah. I guess so.
I gotta set up these. I forgot to set up the wireless keyboard. Keep them entertained for me. Is this mouse working on here? Okay, the mouse is working. I just need to attach this keyboard. Sorry guys, one sec. Bluetooth. This keyboard is always a pain in the ass to connect. It's not gonna work, is it?
Oh, what a good day of travel.
Hey, you must be fucking tired.
I like slept on both the flights though, so
Got some.
got some rest. Yeah.
See, it says it's connected, but it's not.
What?
The keyboard says connected, but it lies. Hopefully it works now. But it also said it was at 5%, so hopefully that.
The keyboard.
Yeah. Well, that'll be fine.
Yeah. Damn. I don't know where to look. We got the triple screen going.
This one's only on because I needed to disconnect the keyboard from it.
Oh shit.
Hopefully it pops up.
Have you been watching any of the Flyers games?
A little bit, not a ton, but
Yeah. I've been seeing like all the highlights and shit.
Yeah,
Not
see
really.
what they're doing.
They're doing.
I know
They're
on that
doing.
losing streak.
Yeah, they're doing. No, they're on a 5-game point streak right now though.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched the one game where
Michkov.
who did they beat?
Michkov OT goal. You see
No,
that?
I
That was
did
fucking
see it, but
sick.
that wasn't the game. They beat. Was it Boston? They beat.
Yeah, yeah.
6-4 or something like that.
I think so.
Something like that. I
Yeah.
remember I watched that and they were like that broke the 6-game loss streak or whatever.
Come on. Yeah, we got 2 good Russians. It's crazy.
Yeah, right. Alright, this might be an old-fashioned pod without the keyboard. Wait, it says it's connected on there. Wait, that's what I mean. There it is. This is gonna work now. Nice. There we go. Make sure this works. Yep. Alright. Sleep this. Let's save our eyes. Sorry about the delay. Oh wait, it said there was 2 viewers. Now there's just 1. Oh, Cole, what's up, gang? What's up,
hell
Cole?
yeah.
How you doing?
What's up, Cole?
Sorry for the delay. We had to get the wireless mouse and keyboard going. That's another big addition.
The wireless mouse and keyboard.
Yeah. Because before I used to just have to have like my laptop in front of me, which was fine.
Yeah.
But now, well, I guess it also helps that, or it works well that the phone stopped working because now I like need the wireless keyboard or else.
Right.
I mean, I guess I could walk up every time, but that's
Yeah.
no fun. But yeah, Cole Grady was telling me what happened with Laramie. I'm sorry to hear that. That actually fucking blows for you guys. Like that's so unfair to you and Grady, and you shouldn't have to deal with that fucking bullshit.
Yeah, fuck Chris. Fuck Chris.
Yeah, dude.
That's for sure.
It's weird. He seemed like, I mean, you guys obviously knew him way better than I did, but he seemed like a fucking totally normal dude.
Yeah. I mean, I
You don't think so?
I thought he was a normal dude until like I lived with him for like 6 to 8 months and like just heard about like his personality and like just like him in the past, cuz like he told me like stories about like when he like used to drug deal in high school and had like $10,000 just like laying around, so he just threw it all in like red or black and just like lost it all. So I was like, there's definitely like some bad traits
Yeah.
to him.
Damn.
Probably shouldn't have gotten involved in business with him, but
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
what did he say?
But also hindsight's 2020. Like you,
Yeah. You can't
Like
yeah.
now in hindsight, that's definitely a red flag. But
Yeah.
like at
But
the
at
time,
the
just
time, I was like,
that's
oh,
crazy.
Oh,
yeah.
that's insane,
Yeah.
dude. You're stupid with money.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you think he's just bad with money.
Yeah, exactly. What did he say?
He says, congrats on the wireless mouse. That's big time professional shit. Thanks, man. Thanks.
Dude, also check out the fucking
Yeah.
the new mics.
Mic
dude.
boxes.
He 3D printed the Pat Pod mics.
Yeah.
Pretty badass.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I didn't know how I was going to paint it. At first, I'm so glad I had this idea. At first, I was going to use painter's tape and like cover all the spots that weren't the letters
Right.
and just try to cut it out like perfectly so that it left the letters open.
Yeah.
And I was about to start that. Like I
I
put the tape on there and I was starting to cut it out and I was like, this is going to turn out terrible. Like, what's a better way? And then I realized like it was so much easier and it worked. Like it took literally 10 seconds to paint both of these. Just sprayed a bunch of blue spray paint on a paper plate and then just like dipped it in like a stamp. And then it came out like super clean. You know what I mean?
That's perfect.
So it worked out. Yeah.
That's paint too.
Yeah. Spray paint. Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, I can see it.
And then this was an old, or the first one I did, but I fucked it up because I have like a hole in the bottom for the shaft, but I didn't think about it first. I need another one for the wire. So then I just like
shit.
painted this one
That was pretty sick.
for
bro.
fun. Yeah, right? I figured it would make a good
Spray.
little prop or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
The Pat Pod prop.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Pat prop. I should print something out that says like the Pat prop or something. I don't know. Maybe that would be stupid. That would probably be
I
stupid.
have an ask for you too.
Yeah.
Before like the
Move that
end
just
of-
a little closer, like a
Yeah,
fist
the
from
end
a fig.
before the end of like 2024, you gotta go through all the footage and make a burp compilation.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. That would be really funny. That would be a good short.
Really good short. Just like a 2-minute short of just like everyone who's on the pod just burping.
Burping, yeah. Burp fest. Yeah. That would be really funny. Oh, Cole just said another comment. How many points did Saquon get you on Thursday night, Grady?
I think like 33, dude. He
Oh
was
my
popping.
God.
Yeah, he popped off.
That's
He was-
crazy.
They had a really bad first half because it was like, I want to say 10 to 7, something, 13 to 7,
So,
something
yeah.
low scoring. And then the second half, we just took control, and then Saquon scored like 2 touchdowns right back to back.
Yeah, that's right.
And
That's
it was-
right.
That was game over.
And he had that one like 50-yard run or 46-yard
Yeah,
run or something. Yeah.
After I think we got that interception,
Yeah. Dude, it's crazy how quick a football game.
can turn.
Yeah.
100%.
One intercept. I feel like that's one of the sports. That and hockey, I feel like, are the sports where momentum has the biggest factor. You know what I mean? Like
100%.
if your team's on the heels and
Yeah.
the other team just went 80 yards down the field, but now you get an interception,
Yeah.
like you're fired up.
Yeah,
Like it's
exactly.
tilted as opposed to, like, say golf. I feel like you could have good momentum for a little bit,
Yeah.
but it's not so much that you're like amped up and like this shot's gonna be good just out of pure drive because that's
Right.
not how it works.
Right.
But football, like if you're going 100%, you're gonna do better than if you're like 90% because you're like a little
Yeah.
hesitant. Things haven't been working out.
Did
you know
you
what I mean?
see the one? It was like the Commanders versus the Bears like a week or two
I
ago.
don't think so.
It was I think the score was like 8-13, and
Who was winning?
the Bears were up,
Okay.
and the only thing the Commanders could do was they had like 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. All they could do is literally just throw a Hail Mary.
Oh, I did see this.
And fucking, they threw the Hail Mary, and one of the Bears defenders like got into the middle of the pile, tipped it up to a Commanders player who was just in the end zone and just
Yeah.
like was there to catch it. But there's another like video of it of like a Bears fan a Bears fan that was like getting like shit talked to from it was flipped. It was a Commanders fan like doing the
Yeah.
video, and one of the Bears like safeties who was like in the end zone like wasn't even paying attention that the play like had started and was like talking shit to
the fan?
to the fans as the play was going on, like with the clock running down, and like it's in the fans' perspective, and all you see is just the dude realize the play's going on, runs over to the pile, and he's the one who hit the ball up to the fucking
No
Commanders
way.
play.
We gotta find that video.
Yeah, dude.
Let's pull that
It
up.
was just like, that's so fucked, bro.
Dude,
He
that
says on
guy is probably fucking. Grady, did you tell Pat about the crackhead knocking at your door? Yeah, he did tell me about the crackhead. That's fucking crazy. You can tell the story again on the pod if you want.
Yeah. I mean, the Larimer shit went all downhill. So there was a guy that we paid to come out and do a service for us on one of the big jobs that we had, and he was just supposed to be paid to come out, and like it was just like for him to look at the project. Like he didn't even do any work on the project, so it was
Okay.
like $45 for the visit.
Yeah, like a consultation or
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly. And he's like texting me from Facebook Messenger onto our business profile, like, you guys all owe me $245. I'm not going to leave your house until I get this money. And I'm meanwhile just like getting ready for work, like 40 minutes before I have to go to work. And I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck to do. So I called the cops on the dude and just explained the situation to the cop. And dude hasn't hit me up back since, but the cop was like, yeah, he's probably going to take you guys to small claims court. And I was like, well, that's fine, because like the owner is the one responsible for this.
Do
so.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, do it. Yeah.
Please do. If we can find out where this money is, that would be great. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, that fucking sucks for you guys that Chris just ran off with the money.
Yeah.
And even
60
if
grand.
like I'm just trying to think from his perspective. If his perspective was like, all right, I can fuck over these guys and I'll be able to pay off my debt, which is obviously a fucked up mindset. But you can understand why someone would think that. Like, even if he's thinking that, now he's going to get himself even way deeper shit because
100%.
The homeowners are suing him. The
100%.
British
and he's
dads.
only 22.
He's only
like,
22. Yeah,
He's gonna have a fucking two like sues against
yeah,
him. Like,
yeah, exactly. That's gonna fuck him up. I mean, get what you asked for.
Yeah,
in a way,
100%.
but
yeah,
it's just fucked. Yeah,
for real.
so fucked. Meanwhile, he could have just thought like it's crazy how different people think. Like some people think like, oh, I have all this debt. Let me start this business, get a bunch of money, and then steal the money from that business to go pay this off. Versus other people just think, let me start this business, get this business going, make some money for it from it, and slowly pay off my debt. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like he could have accomplished the same thing by not fucking you guys over and not digging himself in
Yeah,
even
he
bigger
could
of
have
a
gone
hole.
the ethical way, but he was like, let me fuck these guys
Yeah.
over and be a complete dickhead.
It's fucked. It's fucked. So fucked.
Yeah.
All right, let's try to find this fucking Commanders Bears video. Commanders fan video.
Bears safety.
Bears safety. It's got to come up, right?
Yeah.
Is it this one? Viral fan video is insane.
Clickbait. Look at this dude.
Oh wait, the dude on the left?
Yeah.
Oh my
Watch
god.
the beginning too. He's pointing at Bears. He's pointing at fucking Commanders fans like, "Fuck you guys, game's over." And he runs over.
No way. Oh my god.
They gotta show him like knocking the ball out. Yep.
Wow. Oh my god. Wow. That play itself is crazy.
Yeah.
Just throw it into the pile, see what happens.
Yeah, and he was like before the 50-yard line, so
Yeah.
it had to be like 50+ yard throw.
It's crazy how fucking accurate these guys
Yeah.
can throw the ball. Like a 40-yard throw and fucking AJ Brown is sprinting full speed. The dude's like barely behind him, like half
Yeah.
a step behind him.
Yeah.
And he throws it so it times it perfectly that it's like on the far side of
Yep.
AJ Brown and not like if
Over
it was
the
in
shou-
line with
over
his
the left
shoulder, it wouldn't.
instead of the right shoulder.
Yeah.
Like,
God, it's insane. It's insane how skilled these guys are.
it's crazy for those, and then it's also like you watch the next play and they just like throw it like 10 yards over his head. And you're
Yeah.
like, what just happened?
Yeah,
there?
exactly.
You know?
Exactly. I wonder how much of that is like of the throws that are like unable for the receiver to catch.
Yeah.
I wonder what percentage of those are bad throws
Or it's
versus
like
the throw he intended,
the
but
receiver like didn't do the right route.
yeah,
or,
the
like, was
receiver didn't
2
do the right
steps
route
off.
or yeah, exactly. Yeah, he like got caught up with the guy for a second
Right.
and then like 99 times out of 100 that dude's right there at that exact second,
Yeah.
but he
Yeah,
wasn't.
that would be a good
versus like how many
compilation.
times they actually just like
Right.
fuck it up.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's also crazy too, like this is different, but it reminded me of it. Like in hockey, and I really didn't start noticing this till I was older, but like most of the shots that are goals aren't perfect. Like, all right, I have the stick on my puck and I'm aiming for the spot and I rip it in. There are a lot of them, and like the highlight
Right.
goals are all like that. But a lot of shots are like the puck's bouncing all over and I'm just gonna whack it towards the net and it
And
goes,
it goes
in.
in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just crazy. It's funny. I feel like there's a lot of stuff I see. Like watching hockey now, like I think like, oh, I could have been such a better hockey player if I just like watched hockey when I was younger and thought, oh, like let me try to do that. But I
Yeah.
didn't necessarily. I just like watched hockey and then would go and play hockey. Like I wouldn't think of stuff like, oh, like if I was getting a pass that I wanted to shoot, but it was all bouncy, I would get the puck and stop it to try to get it flat and then shoot it, as opposed to just ripping it. But
Right.
I guess hindsight's 20/20. Like,
Yeah. You don't think about that.
yeah, exactly. When you're 12, you're not thinking like, oh, like let me take. But I mean, I guess some people do.
Yeah.
I didn't. But, you know what I mean? Are you done that, or you just? Oh, I thought.
No, I'm done with the Zin.
I
but
thought-
I'm not done with the beer.
Gotcha. I thought you were putting it right
In the
there,
middle?
and it was
it,
like
like-
some new hack. Like people just put the Zins on the beer cans, and
You get 2 milligrams more.
yeah, exactly. It's like when your Zin's almost empty, but not quite. Gets the last bits out.
Yeah, you got to put it on the rim of the beer.
Yeah, it's the equivalent of like an old vape that you scrape.
Yeah. You're at the
Ew.
bottom of the barrel of a vape, and you put a Zin on top.
Imagine being. Oh, this would be so bad. People hold on to vapes and rip them well beyond their
They're
their
clearly
time.
dead.
They're clearly dead. There's no
no
nicotine
yeah.
coming out of it, but you still rip it.
Yes.
Imagine if people did that with Zins. Like, imagine if you fiend so
Oh,
hard that you
you, like,
went
kept-
through your old
Like you
Zins.
kept like a ball of Zins
Yeah.
or something, and just like
A Zin ball.
picked one off. Picked one off.
Oh,
This one
my
still
God.
got some left.
yeah. You got, like, you know, you can store them in the bottom here.
Yeah.
You, like, pop it open. You're like, this one's got some. You can tell by the smell. Yeah.
Oh,
It's all, like, crusty.
that's so
Yeah.
rank. Oh,
That would be
dude, I'll have to-
disgusting.
I gotta tell you this story because this happened like a week or two ago.
Oh,
and
God.
It was
Dude, like, I'm
funny.
already feeling this.
Really?
Not, like, I'm definitely not drunk, but
Yeah.
I feel different than when we were in the
yeah,
car.
Yeah, 100%.
Crazy.
But this happened like a week or two ago, and like I'm an avid Zinner, so I have a Zin spitter in my room, like,
Okay.
just a spit cup, like if it's fucking me up too much,
Like
or it's
like a
just
solo cup
It's just a
type thing,
big
or-
big Pepsi cup from work,
Okay, gotcha.
and it just straight up has my Zin spit and like a few floaters. 'Cause, like,
Yeah.
I'll
Why
like,
not? Yeah.
no, yeah, I'll like put one in
In case you
before-
ever need one later.
before I go to bed, and like I'll just forget it's in there and take it out and just drop it in the cup like at 1:30, like when
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like right about to go to bed. But it had to be like 3 or 4 a.m. and I had gotten a water and like just woke up because I think Schmidt probably stepped on one of my body parts, so like that just woke
One
me
of
up.
my body parts.
I can't tell if it's like head, shoulder,
yeah,
arm.
yeah.
But like I woke up and all I see is him like above me, like drinking my water, and I was like, "No, get the fuck out of here!" So I just grabbed him and threw him. But as I grabbed him and threw him, I think it hit one of like his arms.
The Pepsi cup hit. I thought you meant he was drinking out of the Pepsi cup.
No,
He was
no.
drinking out of your regular
I had
water.
a regular water
Yeah.
glass, like that was just above me.
yeah.
And like I was like, "No, I just got that. Like fuck you,
Yeah.
that's mine." So I was like, I threw him off, and as I threw him off, all I hear is
Oh,
and just
the
just
Zin.
feel like Zin spit.
Oh,
like,
it got on you?
get on my arm and like look to my left, and like the 3 floater Zins are just on my bed, and it's just fucking covered in Zin spit. And I was like, "Ah, damn it,
That's
Schmidt!"
disgusting.
Like, yeah.
That's so
It was like my own
gross.
fault because I had the Zin cup right there, but it's also so convenient. I wouldn't think my cat is
Yeah.
gonna knock it over.
Yeah, you don't think, oh, I better not keep this cup here because if my cat drinks another cup and I go to move him, I might hit it. You know what I mean? Like, you would ever think that.
Exactly.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, so then I just had to do bed laundry the next day, but
That
it's
sucks.
a rough morning.
Yeah. And then you're sleeping all night knowing, like,
Oh
There's
yeah, I
Zin
just went to
shit.
bed. I was like, I'm not
yeah,
dealing
at that
with this
point,
now.
yeah. Yeah, what are you going to
I'll
change
put
your
the-
sheets? And
I'll put the 3 floaters back in the cup and put the cup back up.
yeah. Maybe we'll see if there's any left in the Zin. I just
I
realized that.
think we got some comments.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I can't see shit though.
Shark McNugget. You guys tried Zins from Sweden at all? I've got Snug, Applemint, and Citrus.
Oh, shit.
What
Yeah,
is that? Or what is?
I've heard of what do you say, Sweden?
Yeah,
I've heard of Zins from like Russia or somewhere.
I've heard of
over
those
internationally.
Siberia ones. Have you heard of
Yeah.
those?
No,
They're,
I haven't
They're
heard of
just
those.
called Siberia, and they're like 40 milligrams.
40?
Some
Damn,
42
that's
milligrams or
crazy.
something crazy. Shark McNugget. Who was there was someone on the last podcast that was not a regular, and I couldn't remember what their username was, but
Who is Shark McNugget?
good question.
Good question. Shark McNugget, reveal yourself. But I've never. I
Is
don't know.
it says snug, right? Oh no, that says 9 milligrams. Oh, I've got 9 milligram apple mint and citrus.
That
I
sounds
thought-
good.
dude. That does sound
Apple
good.
Mint's probably fire.
Where do you get the Sweden ones? Andrew Best. Oh yeah, it was
Oh.
Shark McNugget in the last pod. Welcome back.
Hell
I appreciate
yeah.
you tuning in, brother.
What's up,
Where
Andrew?
do you get the
That's crazy.
Swedish?
9 milligrams.
Yeah, where do you get the Swedish Zins? Are they called Zins? Oh my God! Wait, I actually have had Swedish Zins. It's Zin brand, and they have like a different. It's slightly different branding on it. Like the sticker is different, right? Because when
Damn.
I went to Switzerland this summer and they had them. They also had like correct me if I'm wrong, a grape flavor that
Damn.
it was pretty good. But
Have you heard of Rogues?
yeah, I have heard of Rogues. I've used those.
Or no, Zones. That's what I'm thinking of.
No, I've never heard of Zones.
Zone?
Actually, I feel like I might have seen them. Are they in
Zone?
like a rectangular tin?
It's a weird circle. It's like
Okay.
a fat circle.
Gotcha.
But my one buddy gets them and they're like 9 to 12 milligrams.
Do they
it's like-
hit that hard?
It's weird. Yes, for a little bit, and then they're like really standoffish. But they'll kick your ass if like you're not expecting it. And he'll get like
Interesting.
passion fruit and like just straight menthol or like mint or
Yeah.
some shit. But it's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Interesting. I feel like I've seen them at Wawa. Oh, are you coming again? I don't know where my buddy got them. He found them somewhere in Jersey. And yes, they're Zin brand because the whole company's Swedish. Oh, I didn't
Oh,
know
shit.
Zin was a
Yeah,
Swedish
me
company.
neither.
Oh, interesting.
That's crazy.
Learn
Learn
something
something
new.
new every
Yeah,
day.
Jinx,
Jinx.
yeah. Great minds think alike.
Yeah.
And so do ours. Interesting. I did not know Zin was a
Zin
Swedish
is
company.
Swedish.
Very cool. That's surprising they sell them in Jersey. Like they sell American Zins and
I wonder
Swedish
if the
Zins.
Swedish Zins like are like this like a. This might sound stupid, but like a bunch of like English and shit, or like if they have like Swedish and it says
the ones
same
I
Zin,
had were Swedish or were English. Excuse me. Even though I got them
and it was
in
like
Switzerland,
it's
they were
the
English
different-
on it. Yeah, but it is a slightly different container. Like it's the lid is slight. They're very similar. Let's see if we can find a picture here. They're very similar, but you do tell a difference. Original Swedish Zins. Let's see.
Oh shit! I feel like I have seen. These
Yeah,
before.
this is it. And yeah, you open them differently. You open them from a
Yeah,
little
okay.
tab in the side, as
Oh,
opposed
shit.
to
What are those?
like
flavors?
snapping 'em
What
off.
is that, mango?
this is Bellini, spearmint, and citrus. They had a grape one, I
Bellini.
think. Because I remember thinking like, because I like grape stuff a lot, and I was like,
Yeah.
I remember thinking, oh fuck, this will be good. Unless I just got the regular Cool Mint. I could be wrong, but they were like 11, or maybe I guess 9 milligrams or something. But I feel the same way about those. Yeah, they look like this. This is the ones I had for
Oh,
sure.
shit.
But I felt the same way about those. They felt like they hit harder for maybe like a minute or two of like peak. Oh shit! Like this is
This
definitely
fucked me up.
different.
Yeah.
But then after that, it was very much back to normal. But I noticed it left a more like a stronger residue type of thing in your mouth.
My
Yeah,
like top lip felt way more numb when I
Yeah,
had the zones
yeah.
than a Zin has ever done.
definitely, definitely. Got
Yeah.
another comment. Appleman is kind of like a mix between spearmint and regular citrus. I wish I could make this. I could zoom in on it. You know what I mean? It's like just barely too small to
Yeah.
read. Appleman is kind of like a mix between spearmint and regular citrus. Very, very good. Interesting.
Oh shit.
That does
Have to
sound
try and
fucking
find
good.
those, yeah.
Appleman.
Citrus.
I
and a
wonder if
mint.
you can order them online.
You definitely
Probably
can.
can,
I've
yeah.
looked up looking. I should do this at some point, just because like I at the moment intake so many Zins, but it's like $3 to $4 cheaper per tin if you order online.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, that's
I think
a huge
that's the
deal.
move.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Because if you get a pack of like 6,
The log.
yeah, the log, and
Even that's not much cheaper. Or what were you gonna say?
it's like $15.
Really?
On one of these websites that I found. I don't
Oh,
know
on the
if
websites. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking like at Wawa, if you buy a
Oh, it's
log,
like
it's
25
it's the
to
same
30
price as
bucks.
just buying like
Yeah,
5 or
exactly.
whatever. Yeah.
It's
Like really not.
It's like, oh, you guys aren't even doing a deal. on
Yeah,
this.
yeah. I thought you would get at least like some off.
$2 off.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I don't even think it's that. I think it's just like 5 times whatever
Yeah.
one costs.
Yeah, no, it's a bit
Interesting.
silly.
Yeah, we should definitely look into that.
Yeah.
Andrew, did you used to vape and then switch to Zins as a way to get off of vapes, or did you straight up
That's a good
Zin
question.
from the? Fuck, I was trying to think of a way to like rhyme Zin and begin. Did you begin with Zin? I should say.
Did you begin with the Zin?
Yeah, Zins are taking over, dude. Supposedly, like,
I'm just
I mean,
worried
we
about
weren't
the
even-
long-term effects.
yeah,
There's like nothing studied about that.
I agree with that.
And they're so new. Like,
yeah, I agree with that, but I am less worried about the long-term effects of Zins than I am about vaping
yeah,
because
1,000%.
this stuff is manufactured in America. Like it is a Swedish company, but I know they have a manufacturing facility on the West Coast. And you probably haven't had Zin shortages.
No, we have.
You have?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
interesting.
I'm pretty sure it's in Utah, low key.
The factory,
Yeah,
it definitely
yeah,
could be.
yeah.
I know it's somewhere out west,
I know, yeah.
and
I'm
it
pretty sure.
supplies
I
the
think
West Coast
Yeah.
and East Coast, and they like literally can't keep up with the demand. So they're
Yeah,
building an
yep.
East Coast factory, and then they'll have like one on each.
Wanted
But
to offset it.
yeah, but they're
Dude,
made
we
in
were
the
having
U.S., so they're
hella Zin shortages. Like there was only 2 flavors for like a month.
really
straight.
like coffee
was-
and menthol.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I know the feel. The menthols honestly aren't bad.
It was
It's
coffee, menthol,
like a
and then
damp
citrus
mint.
would like flip in there every once in
I
a
like
while. and I
citrus.
love
Citrus is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like citrus
I like
during
citrus
the
too.
day, but if it's like
Yeah.
the first one of the morning or
And if
whatever,
I yacked off of citrus when I was like just hella drinking, which I think it was just a bad combination.
yeah.
So I'm like, I don't really want to do that at night
Yeah.
anymore.
I feel like Zins too, just in general, like they give you hiccups sometimes. So if you're
Yeah,
drinking and you got a
the
lot of foam in your
ziccups, the
stomach,
ziccups.
yeah, exactly. Then that's just like a bad combo. But fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the Zins. I feel like I'm not as worried about the long term effects of Zins because they're made in the U.S., so they at least have some regulation over like the cleanliness of the
Right.
factory and some oversight. The
Yeah.
vapes, they're made fucking God knows
You
where.
seen that one video
of the
dude
Chinese guy or the Asian guy? Yeah,
doing like 20?
exactly. Yeah,
In,
who
like-
knows what's fucking going on there? They're not
Yeah.
fucking. They don't care if they put some shit in there that's
No.
not good. They
No.
just want to
They just make it
make
it's a
it
money,
for as
it's a
cheap
money
as they
grab.
can.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. And your lungs, I feel like, are a lot more sensitive to foreign objects than your mouth because your mouth really is like the first gateway for a lot of things. Like kids always put shit in their mouth because like your mouth is a way to sense stuff. Your lungs are made to be like just air. You know what I mean?
100%.
So I'm
yeah.
less worried about the long-term effects, although I'm not worried zero. But also we vaped for years, so our lungs are
Yeah.
like down. We're just
Yeah.
starting on the mouth.
Yeah.
And I think Zins will be easier to quit. That was my original plan, get on Zins and switch, and then just to have a nicotine satisfaction that's not vape,
Yeah.
and then wean off of it.
Yeah.
But I just haven't weaned off. I do really fucking,
I feel
I
that.
like
No,
them.
Yeah.
But
I want
when
to.
they're easier to quit.
I know I can do it in a few years probably.
Yeah.
And like go down to 3s and then just
Yeah.
get off it completely.
Even like it's easier to with a Zin.
I don't feel as
Wi-
bad zinning as I do vaping. Though.
Yeah.
I felt like sometimes I was like, damn, I'm a degenerate.
Yeah, and like when
know?
you feel it, like when you
Yeah.
you wake up and you're feeling fine, and then like take a couple rips or whatever, and you're like, oh, like my chest doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
you
and
know
it's
what I
like
mean?
8 a.m.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah,
what
exactly.
the fuck is going on
yeah,
today?
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But yeah, with the Zins, it's like even if you're a rabid Zinner and you go through a 10 a day, you can go from 15 pouches to 14 pouches, and that's like a very manageable thing.
Yeah.
Even like I'll go through probably 5 or 6 a day.
Tins?
And no, Zyn. And it's easy to be like, okay, I'm just gonna wait. Like if I would get to work and put one in at 7:30 or whatever, be like, all right, I'm gonna wait till 8:30, and then 8:30 rolls around, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna wait a little longer.
Yeah.
It's easier to do that than as opposed to a vape. Like you're sneaking in rips here and there.
Every 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
It's much harder to measure the amount you're taking in.
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna
1000%.
count your rips, which like realistically that doesn't ever
Who's
work.
doing that? Who's counting the rips?
Let's see what he said. Just stopping like 5 days ago, trying to go either just Zins or nothing at all. Ah, fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome. Good for you. Yeah. I mean, I don't know exactly when Grady stopped vaping. We both vaped for a long time. And I probably hopped off the vapes I went back and forth many times. Like, I'm done vaping.
Yeah.
And
And then getting a new one.
then you get back onto it. Yeah. So dozens. Probably. I was gonna say hundreds, maybe not hundreds, but close to hundreds.
Yeah, you're
of
getting
times.
almost to the triple digits soon.
Yeah, exactly. But the Zins, I feel like, and tell me if you agree, Andrew, I feel like the Zins, they don't satisfy you the same way a vape does, but it's enough to take that edge away
the edge
where you're
off,
like,
yeah.
okay, I don't feel the need to go buy a Zin.
Yeah.
And then eventually, after enough times, it does start to feel better
Yeah.
than it did, but it's still not as good as
Yeah,
a vape.
100%. Yeah.
What was his second comment? Wintergreen is my go-to. Cinnamon is the nice dessert-ish flavor. I would agree with that.
Yeah, cinnamon. A Cinnazen is
Cinnazen. Yeah. Yeah,
When it's-
cinnamon's
when-
good.
That's a perfect Zin for the night. I feel like if
Cinnamon.
you're like
Yeah.
if you get like a hot drink or something, you have
Yeah.
a cinnamon in.
Mm-hmm.
It's like ooh,
Like, ooh,
Shit.
I'm ready for bed.
I'm all warm inside.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm a big spearmint guy. Although,
Yeah.
honestly, a lot of the mints taste the same. Like, I could go for
I'm a big
any of the
peppermint
mints.
guy.
Peppermint guy,
Peppermint's
yeah.
my go-to.
I don't- Peppermint's like my least favorite of the
Really?
mints.
What is
But
it?
I've also
It's
never really given it a
spearmint, peppermint.
cool mint.
Oh, okay.
The wintergreen, which is
Wintergreen.
basically mint.
Yeah. And then like menthol.
Menthol.
Mint.
I
Probably
don't mind the menthol.
Is there a regular mint or is that?
I don't. I think that's just the
probably
cool
menthol,
mint.
yeah.
I know they have a smooth, which I don't
Smooth
think is that just like
nothing.
flavorless.
It's nothing,
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not bad, honestly. Like, if you have it with like water, just like you're chilling there, like you can be fine.
Yeah.
But I feel like sometimes if I have like a cinnamon or a citrus or like one of the ones with more like flavor, like I'll get punched in the face sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Totally.
Like a smooth is just like it's like no flavor. It's just
Yeah.
neutral. Like it's just basically just nicotine.
Yeah.
pouch.
Yeah. It just takes away that feeling of
yeah.
I
yeah.
want nicotine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. Supposedly those Zins are taken over. Like in middle schools. Well, I guess we weren't even like vapes weren't even a thing when we were in middle school. Like
I
by
feel like
high
they
school.
were like 8th grade, but like they weren't huge. Like
Yeah.
only a few certain people
Yeah.
would have them or like get them from like their brother or sister or something.
I can't even think of like, because like we were smoking in 8th grade and we weren't vaping at all. Like remember we
Yeah,
were
but
smoking with
remember-
Nikolai and shit.
Remember in 7th grade when we went down to Long Beach Island and bought those vapes and we're like, dude, what the fuck is this? Like, we
Dude,
can't
I
control- Do you
forgot
remember that?
about that.
Remember that? We got like 5 or 7.5 milligram like
Yeah.
juice for like our expensive.
It was like a gold.
dude. It was an
gold
It was an I remember
colored-
spending like $40 or $50 on it, and we were like, dude, this is fucking sick.
Dude,
it was
and
like
it had
a
the-
box mod.
it had- yeah, it
was a
had the,
box
uh,
mod, bro.
The tank on it
Yeah,
and everything.
Yeah. Do you remember?
Damn,
you do,
dude, I
okay, you
remember
do
that. And I remember
was
the
seventh-
package.
That was
and we were
7th
riding
grade
around on our
summer.
bikes.
7th
Yeah.
grade summer, bro. Like
Wow,
going into 8th,
that's right.
I think. 'Cause
I
don't
feel
think
like
it
we
was
didn't
6th
didn't
grade.
hit those.
No,
the
we hit
same
him.
way.
We hit him that weekend. And
Yeah.
I was like, I'm done with this. I don't
Yeah,
want this.
yeah.
And then the next time I vaped, I bought a gold jewel off Adam Manfa in freshman year.
Damn, that's a throwback.
That's
The
crazy, right?
Jewel and Adam Manford. I haven't thought about either of those things for a while. That's crazy because whenever I think of vaping, I always think of my first vape as
The
Soren drop, yeah. but I completely
Remember
forget about
those like vape videos in like
Max's
freshman or
basement.
yeah, freshman or sophomore year when you had like long ass hair.
Yeah. Dude, oh
That was
my
like
god.
the era of the chocolate chips.
Yeah. I
You
forgot
gotta tell
about
that story.
Oh,
The-
yeah.
Or just the habit of
yeah.
the chocolate chips.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I can't remember all the details, but we used to when we were in high school, we would just get baked and hang out in the basement and like pass the cart around, pass the vapes around, and
Patrick would always remember this at like a random time. I feel like it was like 12:30 and be like, "Ooh, I got chocolate chips."
yeah. And my mom, she would like not buy a lot of unhealthy snacks. Like all the snacks in the house were like granola bars or shit, which isn't bad. Like granola
Nature's
bars,
Valley, granola,
Yeah.
organic.
yeah. But when you're fried, like eat 4 of them, and you're like, I'm still
I'm good.
hungry, but I don't want another granola bar. And we would just like want some like junk food. But the one thing we always had that was like candy was chocolate chips for chocolate chip pancakes, and she just kept them in like this big Tupperware container.
Yeah.
So we would just bring down like a Tupperware chocolate chips. And
I was also saying like when
is that what that's what you're talking about, right?
that's what I was kind of talking about. But I was just saying also like when you would get fried as fuck and just be Snapchatting like watching The Office at like 12:30 and just have the chocolate chip.
Oh, you mean just
container.
me alone? Yeah. That was also my pre-bed snack. Yeah, couple handfuls of
You're
more
good to
than a
go.
couple handfuls of chocolate chips. Yeah, crazy. That feels like a while ago, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's got to be like 6 or 7 years
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah, fuck, that's crazy. And we just now stopped hitting vapes. Look, we got a long time to go with these.
Long time coming. Yeah.
These
We're on-
also
we're on the
they
good
they
method.
don't. I mean, I don't know if this is the right necessarily metric to judge it by, but they don't feel as unhealthy. Like when you
Yeah.
hit a vape, it feels like you're inhaling chemicals,
Yeah,
which you are.
100%.
This does not feel chemically and synthetic the same way
That
a vape does.
Yeah,
Like
100%. I would totally agree.
and
with
I
that.
feel like with a lot of things, you can judge it by that way, like that metric of it feels good or not good, and it's pretty accurate. Like if you eat chicken and rice, it might not taste as good, but you feel better after than if you eat
2 McDoubles.
two
meat
McDoubles
fry or
and a
some shit.
milkshake. Like
Yeah.
afterwards, you're like all sluggish.
Yeah, 100%.
Like it makes sense that what is good makes your body feel better. And even like alcohol, like it feels good on the way up. So I guess maybe you could use that like feel good metric as like, oh, alcohol's good. But the next day you feel like shit. So
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's really not good. Like most things you can tell if they're good
100%.
or bad for you.
Yeah, 100%.
And Zins don't feel anywhere near as bad as vapes
A
do.
vape, yeah, or like a cigarette. Like my one boss at well, I guess we're on the same level now because I've been promoted, but
Oh,
no
yeah.
pay raise, which
Really?
is absurd.
That's
yeah,
fucked.
for a month and a half, kind of BS.
Damn.
Yeah, but
Maybe
and
you
he-
could ask for one. Maybe the
dude,
other.
I've asked like 3 times, and he's like, "It's coming, don't worry, don't
Damn.
worry." But my one manager, like, anytime,
Well, at least he says it's coming and not
Yeah.
like
Shut
fuck no.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Although
and-
Chris says more coming.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Maybe you
about
should
more
summarize that story for Andrew. If
coming.
I mean, you don't have
yeah.
say what you were gonna say. Sorry.
No, you're
your
good.
manager.
Anytime he like gets stressed out at work, he's like, all right, Grady. So I'm gonna need 5 minutes for you to take over for me. I need to go smoke half a cigarette. I just need to calm the fuck down, or I might strangle someone. And I'm like, all right, bro, get the fuck out. I got you, dog.
Damn.
So at least
Yeah.
we're like not at that point.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if we were at that point, like I just feel, not that he's like a bad guy or anything, just like
Yeah.
so shitty about myself. Like,
Yeah,
I need to
yeah.
go smoke a butt end of a cigarette to feel something.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Yeah, like you need the substance to deal with whatever's going on
Yeah,
in your
exactly.
life. Yeah, and I mean, I won't lie. Like it does help at times. You
Oh,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
1000%.
Even just simple shit like caffeine.
Yeah.
That
Oh
it
my
really
God, that's a
caffeine
game
is a
changer
drug. It
sometimes.
really is.
Yeah.
Like I'll walk into work.
Well, do you?
Go.
Sorry. Do you know about Connor?
Clark?
How Clark was addicted to like caffeine pills like at the
No.
butt end of high school? You gotta ask him.
Yeah,
that sometime.
damn, I do gotta ask him about
But
that.
he would like. I'm pretty sure he would take like. It was either like 2 to 4 like caffeine pills a day
Damn,
because he was just like so addicted to caffeine.
it is addictive for
yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah.
For sure, especially too probably if you get it in a pill form and it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 15 milligrams of caffeine in
yeah,
one shot.
you don't think
but,
of
like,
anything. Yeah,
That probably feels so good though.
Probably
At the
does,
same
yeah.
time. Cause,
yeah,
like,
and
if
that
I-
like
if you, like,
extended
down,
release.
if you
Yeah,
down like a coffee like straight away, like an iced coffee, and you're just like, damn, I'm like fucking caffeine buzzing
yeah,
right now,
yeah,
dude.
yeah, for sure, for
Like-
sure, dude. No, it really is like it's crazy because drugs has this like connotation of being bad, which
Yeah.
I'm not saying drugs are necessarily a good thing, but there are tons of things that are drugs that don't fall under the category of drug. Like
Yeah.
even nicotine, it doesn't really fall under the drugs.
Yeah.
If you do, it's people's in, they're not doing drugs.
Right.
If people drink a coffee or a Monster or whatever, they're
Yeah.
not doing drugs. But it affects you to the same degree. Like you fucking chug 2 Red Bulls, if this is your baseline and you chug 2 Red Bulls, you're feeling really different. And if you take a bong rip, you're feeling really different. Like they can be the same strength. They might
Right.
not be the same exact type of different, but
yeah. No, I know.
they're still drugs.
Yeah,
you know,
oh, yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
I think he left another comment. Ah, fuck. There's got to be a way to zoom this in. Let me see.
Mike Tyson should have upper deckied a 6 milligram winter pre-fight knee
In case people couldn't hear that on the mic, Mike Tyson should have upper deckied a 6 milligram wintergreen pre-fight. What did it say? Wouldn't have lost? Oh, knee pain gone.
Knee pain
yeah,
gone.
Yeah.
You're so true though, bro.
Excuse me.
I think that shit was scripted though. In all honesty.
You think it was
but-
scripted?
Yeah, I mean, they're both gonna make millions of dollars just to fucking be
Yeah.
in the fight itself.
Yeah.
Because it was a Netflix fucking thing too. It wasn't even pay-per-view, and Netflix is like a billion dollar corporation.
Yeah.
So, but
It's
feel
definitely a money grab.
yeah,
for sure.
100%. Yeah.
It's not a true. Let's see who's a better boxer.
Exactly,
0%
yeah.
is
Yeah.
that
No, yeah, 100%.
publicity, money. Netflix gets eyes.
Yep.
The fighters get money.
Yep.
Win, win, win.
Yeah.
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 Mike Tyson in his retirement can go in the ring with some young guy and just take some shots and probably make fucking several $1 million
Yeah,
in a couple
100%.
hours. It's
Yeah.
crazy. So crazy. It's crazy that this seems like it's just like a rule of nature. Like it's in a lot of religious text and everything, but people who have money get more money, and the people who don't have money get money taken away from them. Like for example, like if you're a rich person, say you're a famous movie star, have a bunch of money from being in all these roles, you get a $10,000 suit for free because they want you to wear their suit at the whatever event. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a poor person would never get like a $10,000 suit for free. You know what I mean? And like
That's so
people
true.
take advantage of poor
That
people
should
and
be like a little like I think you should leave skit, or like a some type of like skit where it's like a normal man goes into like a really expensive like suit store, like do it with like a woman and do like a dress or something, and like do it in like a fashion place,
Yeah.
and then you have like Ryan Reynolds or like Margot Robbie come in and be like, oh, like I'd really love to get this suit, but like I just don't have any money, and like just see the people's reaction like around.
Yeah, totally. Totally. But yeah, it's crazy. And like Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, like Mike Tyson has money, he has name, status, like he can just go and do something like that and get millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
But if you hopped in the ring with Jake Paul, like you would get nothing. Or
Yeah.
no one would ever even set that up
Exactly.
because like
Yeah.
what's the point? You know?
Yeah.
No offense to you.
No,
obviously,
yeah.
same thing with me. But it would
Yeah.
just it's crazy how that works.
Yeah, 100%.
And people, it's nuts. So
Yeah.
crazy. Dude, I've been getting these weird pains in the back of my head, and I'm like kind of nervous about it, but also not really.
Like a migraine feeling, or
Not even like a migraine. It's like a pressure type feeling in my head. But then I was looking stuff up online, and they said like if you look down a lot, you could get headaches. And I look down like all day at my computer, and then come home. And if I work overtime, I look down at my computer, or if not, then I look at like a book or my iPad, and I'm looking down. So I think it's just that.
Yeah.
But I was just
You got
pretty
that,
irrelevant, but I
thing.
just got like a ping of the feeling.
Damn.
So, yeah.
No, sometimes I'll get the worst neck pain from like fucking sleeping on my pillow the wrong way, dude. That's the worst, bro.
That is the worst.
And you're just like,
How are you with
sitting
this
there.
heater, Shay?
Huh?
Actually, I'm gonna take this switch.
I'm chilling. I'm good either way.
Good. I'll leave it on for now. And then
Yeah.
take it off.
What was it though?
Neck pain pillows.
Neck pain, yeah, dude. Like, I'll just like some days be at work and I like can't move my like head like more than like halfway one of the ways. I'm like, dude, I need a new pillow or something. Dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you think it's your pillow itself or the way you're sleeping on your pillow? Like you sleep at like
probably
like curled
sleep,
up or
sleep,
something.
Sleep on my pillow because I do sleep curled up because like the central heating in our house does not work. So you just have to like grab a bunch of blankets and just hope for the best.
your house doesn't like it doesn't work. Period, or it doesn't work.
It doesn't work well. It's probably from like the 60s or 70s, and like it'll turn on, but like it'll make a noise and like start blowing out some nasty gas and like barely heat anything.
So you're in Colorado in the winter with basically no heat.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, that is hella cold.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Last week.
That's rough.
Last week it was like the first year of us living in the house, and like there was a full straight week of it being in like the negatives outside. I mean, like it's not negatives indoors, obviously,
But like yeah, so if it's negatives outside, how little does the heater work? Like is it like 50 inside or less? It's less.
it's less. Like you gotta be wearing a coat sometimes if it's that.
Oh
fucking
my
cold.
God.
Either a coat or like
Something,
or
yeah.
like 2 blankets.
Damn. Do you
'Cause,
guys
like,
have like space heaters, like something like this, or no?
I don't. I should definitely invest in one this winter, but my other roommate does.
He has one in his room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brendan. Yeah.
Dude, you should get something. I mean, I don't know how much this thing costs. This was just here.
Yeah, I should get
Like
one for my
Devin
room
had
for
this.
sure.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
maybe-
Yeah.
Probably not the living room because it's only like 3 or 4 months of winter, like
Yeah.
harsh like that. But
There's probably
I heard it was 80 here a few weeks ago.
Dude,
Isn't that crazy?
dude, yeah,
bro?
it's been like I think tomorrow's supposed to be
global
70
warming
or
stance.
something.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro, fuck, dude.
That's
I only
crazy.
packed like one thing of shorts.
Oh no, or not tomorrow, Monday. Monday, I think it's supposed to be like in the 70s. Tomorrow's
That's
Sunday.
wild, dude.
Yeah, let me see.
I feel bad though. You guys aren't getting any snow.
It says 64. My mom said it was supposed to be 70. But then like later, so Monday 64. That's the highest this week. Then you go to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's 45, 48, 47, 51. So it like goes back and
Okay,
forth.
yeah.
I think we're getting like a little Indian summer type thing.
Okay,
Where
yeah.
it's just like
Every other
reheating
week.
a little.
Every
Yeah,
other
exactly.
week is,
Yeah.
like, hot, cold, hot, cold.
Yeah, yeah. But
I got to snowboard last week for the
Really?
first time this winter. Yeah.
How was it?
I guess not winter, but like,
yeah, no, I know the season.
season. Yeah, it was pretty good. Honestly, they got a good storm down there in Netherland and like some of the other southern cities in Colorado. Like they got like 8 to 12 inches.
Damn, nice.
6 to 8 inches in other parts, but it was mostly skied off because we went on Monday.
Skied off. Oh, like the
Like-
powder.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because the storm was like Thursday, Friday night, I want to say.
Okay.
And we got up there Monday, but it was still pretty good conditions for like.
yeah.
It was like that Thursday they opened for the storm and shit. So I guess a bunch of people got like powder on those days, but it was packed because it was Veterans Day. But it was crazy. It was like it's November 11th when we went, and I'm like, this is insane. Like you could never ever get this in PA or like
Definitely not.
you know like where we're at.
Never in November would you get that much snow, but almost never in PA do you
Period,
get
yeah.
8 to 12 inches of snow.
Yeah, in
And
one storm.
is that how much Like, is that a light snowstorm for Colorado, or is even that like a heavy?
I'd say
snowstorm
that's
for
like
there?
light to moderate.
Light to moderate.
Yeah,
Okay.
for some of those places, because they'll get dumped on like 3 to 5 feet.
Yeah.
and like that's a pretty good snowstorm
Yeah.
for them.
I remember
So that's
when
like
I was there the one
36
time,
inches,
they got
though.
like 32 inches
Yeah.
or something over that whole storm.
When we were snowboarding that
Yeah,
one day?
yeah.
Oh, shit, yeah. Yeah, because we were driving through that blizzard.
Yeah.
When we were on the highway.
Yeah. Yeah, and I like was looking at my phone and I looked
Yeah,
up and
yeah.
saw the barricade and I thought we were gonna crash into
What'd
it.
you say? Whoa,
I
whoa, whoa,
was
whoa,
like,
whoa.
oh my god,
Yeah,
something. Yeah.
It's like, whoa, what?
Yeah. For
that was so. You gotta tell that story. That
yeah,
was so
yeah,
funny,
basically. Yeah, that's right. I
I
forgot
remember
it. That was
like,
fun.
I remember after that happened, I was like, "You are your mother's son."
Yeah, yeah,
That's what
you
they
sound
said.
just like your mom. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, me and Grady were snowboarding in Colorado. When was this? This was a couple winters ago. This was when I was a sophomore in college. So
Yeah.
this was
Yeah, this
Three-
was I think I was still
4
going to
years
CSU.
ago.
I think I was still.
yeah,
going to
you
CSU
were,
at this
you were,
point.
because
we were on spring break at the same time. I
Yep.
think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I went out to visit Grady, and we were like, "Fuck yeah, let's go snowboarding while we're out there," because I'd never been snowboarding out west, and of course there's a fucking blizzard. The one weekend I'm there, which wasn't necessarily a bad thing, but it
Yeah.
was just driving up the mountains. You're like weaving and wobbing through these
Crazy.
little like one lane each way at a lot of parts, and there's a cliff on your right side and a cliff on your right side.
It's a
And
good drive in the summer. That's for
yeah, it's
sure.
probably a
When you
beautiful
can see-
drive when you can see. But we're in this massive wind snowstorm and you can't see more than 10 feet in front of the car. And we were like driving home and I'm like looking down at my phone at something. And like inside, I'm like a little on edge because we're like going fast and there's a lot of snow and not a lot of road. And I'm like looking at my
can't
phone
see
for
like 10 feet. In
yeah,
front
you
of
can't see
also.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like look up from my phone and all I see is like cement barricades. Like it was on the right side and then it cuts in the lane and then keeps going. And I look up and we're like about to run into it. And right away I'm like, oh my God. And Grady was like already planning on swerving left. But I looked up like right as just in the moment it was like, oh my God, a barricade. Like we're
Yeah.
fucked.
Oh, so
Yeah,
funny.
that was
was a good.
that was
time.
fun. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I was
That was a good
honestly
week.
like
I think you were there for a week too.
I was there
feel
for a
like.
good bit, at least like 4 or 5
Like Sunday
days.
to
yeah,
like Thursday, Friday, or some shit.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
That was I was like scared when we were
We were
Snow-
driving through that shit. Or just
not. I mean, a
snowboarding?
little bit driving, but even more so snowboarding. Like,
Remember we got that free joint from those stoners.
yeah,
in
that
the
was
morning?
awesome. Yeah, that was so awesome.
We met up. We literally we
Yeah, tell that
forgot our
story.
weed. Forgot our fire. Like we bought a handle, a big ass handle of Fireball. Forgot it at my ex girlfriend's house, and forgot the weed at the house as well.
Forgot that was when we were at Campbell and Corey's.
Yeah, yeah. And Cole lived there too.
yeah, and Cole. Yeah, you're right.
But the first people we asked when we got to the mountain, we were like, "Hey, do you guys have any weed we could buy off you by chance?" They were like, "Oh, we actually have a free joint for you guys, and here's a lighter too."
Yeah,
We
yeah,
were like, "Oh my god,
yeah.
you guys are awesome!"
So yeah, we got this one if you guys want it. We're like, oh yeah, how much? Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Like,
I was like,
all right,
"Damn,
dude.
welcome to Colorado."
yeah, yeah.
You say something else?
Yeah, that dude was a G. I haven't been snowboarding since like 8th grade. Honestly, miss it, dude. You should
Damn,
fucking
that'd be crazy.
go out this winter. I haven't. I mean, yeah, I snowboarded a lot more in like middle school with ski club and all that stuff, and did
That shit
a
was
bit
so
in high
fun.
school
Yeah.
too.
Did
but
they have the ski club at LaSalle? Or
I
s-
wasn't in the
snowboard?
ski club. They did, but it was super expensive. It was like
Yeah.
several
like,
thousands of dollars.
Sick trips.
Yeah, they
though,
had a
or-
bunch of sick trips.
Yeah.
I just like we weren't gonna pay like thousands of dollars for.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm like that into it. You know what I
100%,
mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, then I went with Grady out west, and it was so much fun. Like it rekindled my
Oh, for real?
love for it. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I haven't been snowboarding since then, but
Shit,
I
yeah.
shouldn't say rekindle. I should say it reminded me how fun
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is.
100%, yeah.
Andrew, you still living around here? We could all go snowboarding at some point.
Yeah. that'd
Well, I
be
guess
tight.
Grady won't be home this winter, but we could make something happen
Yeah.
if you're still local.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he comes to Colorado in February.
Yeah, dude.
That'd
That'd
be
be
fun.
crazy. That'd be
Dude,
sick.
we could do a pod there.
Dude.
Like a
Pat Pod West. Pat Pod
yeah,
out
Pat
west.
Pod goes out west. Yeah. It's like a trailer park
Have you
boys
ever-
out of the park.
You ever? Yeah. Have you ever? You should do like a live stream or something. It would
Like
just
a vlog type thing.
Yeah, it would be
Yeah.
like a vlog, like live action vlog.
Yeah. Yeah, I should. I was
While
thinking of
snowboarding, that would be crazy.
oh, while
Just have one
snowboarding you mean? Oh,
cameraman.
that would be really cool.
Well, honestly, that could happen because Brendan is like a photographer.
Really?
And he like they want to get into like videoing like
Athletes,
some point.
like
Yeah,
snowboarding type
He's-
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've said that to me.
Interesting.
Before. Yeah.
That would be another, like I was saying about the drone real estate video stuff. Like that would be
Yeah.
another way you could make money with a drone.
Oh
like
yeah.
go to a
Sick
fucking-
snowboard shots.
yeah,
dude, and then
snowboard
work for,
stuff.
like Red Bull or some shit.
Yeah.
as, like their drone.
yeah,
operator.
exactly. Just go to Blue Mountain and say, excuse me.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. Just like go to Blue Mountain and be like, hey, like, or even just go and take the drone videos and then show it to them. Be like, hey, would you like to buy this? Or
Yeah.
go and say like, hey, I've done this for other stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
like
Exactly. Yeah. Have your foot
such
in
a
the door.
yeah,
foot in
such
the
a
door
way to
some
make money.
Yeah.
He said, I live in the South still, coastal South Carolina. Oh,
Shit.
that does say coastal, right?
I can't read.
Coastal South Carolina.
Still coastal South Carolina. Pat Pod live in the lodge at Bear Creek.
Dude, that would be fucking awesome. That would be so funny. We should definitely do that.
Dude, that'd be so
live
funny,
in a
bro.
lodge somewhere. We could
Right-
like
right near
take
the fireplace.
shifts.
Right
Yeah,
near the fireplace.
Yeah.
Like in the
Yeah.
food court.
yeah. Or even like if we went out west, like we could take. If I'm sure if we did that, we would have a decent sized group, so we could
Yeah.
like have two people run it for like 30 to 45 minutes. Other people go out, get 2 or 3 runs in. Then
Yeah.
the other guys come in. You know what I mean?
Just gotta run in. Had a beautiful powder.
Yeah, talk about our
Just
runs.
explain the
Yeah. Then I took a slight left. Coastal.
I saw.
Go,
Sorry.
no.
I saw a nice little roller, so I did a nice 180 that I haven't done in 6 years and fell on my ass.
Ate some shit, but the snow felt refreshing on my face. Coastal South Carolina. Do you mean
Like I think
like coastal Carolina? Is that where? What town is that in exactly? I went to University of South Carolina, so I'm
Yeah. The
familiar
Gamecock
with the
flag.
South Carolina
behind
area. Yeah, Gamecocks. I love cocks. You know how that
That's
goes.
what did I ever tell
the
you
cock shirt.
that's what I did for my senior portrait though? Cuz you know how we get like in the summer of like senior year, like you go into the cafeteria and they give you like a
Professional
suit and
photog-
tie and like the
Oh, do they
girls
give
wear-
you a suit and tie? And
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah. That you just like you wear like a tie and like a white shirt and then they have like suit
Jackets, yeah.
And then I think the girls probably have a dress that's black or something.
Yeah.
And they take like professional pictures. So like when it's photo day, like you can do whatever the fuck
Yeah.
you want. Like kids were wearing like glasses or like just doing like stupid ass faces. So I wore I love cock shirt because I was still thinking about
Yeah.
going there and then like they did my smile and I was like
yeah.
but when I got the portrait back, like they not on the big one, like the big one had it, but all the other ones you could see the word cock, but it was like cut off from like 3/4 of the way down.
Damn. I definitely saw the big one where it said
Yeah.
cocks.
I love
yeah.
cocks.
Yeah. That's crazy, dude. Imagine the
That's your
The
actual
alternate-
senior
well, yeah,
portrait.
yeah, that too. But like the alternate universe where you went to South Carolina and
Oh,
we
yeah.
both went there, that
Yeah.
would be
That would be crazy.
That would have
been
been
one of the other universes. Like we both graduated from there.
Yeah.
Like,
That would be fucking nuts. Dude.
Yeah.
That would have been crazy. Would have been fun. Yes, Coastal Carolina. So Conway outside Myrtle. Okay, gotcha. How far are you from Myrtle? That's probably fun being near Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, that's got to be sick. My
Gets-
family would. Pat actually, I think you went with me with a one time. We took like family trips out to Sunset Beach like every other year,
Yeah.
which is like 30 to 45 outside of Myrtle, and would always just like go to Myrtle for fun. But fucking that part of North and South Carolina is like fucking beautiful, dude.
The Carolinas, in my opinion, are great states to live in because the
Yeah.
weather, it's
All year round.
warmer
Yeah.
most of the year, and when it is cold, it's not like super
Freezing
cold.
your
But you
ass
also
off,
don't like
yeah.
have like perfect. I wouldn't want to have like perfect weather all year round. I mean, I guess on paper I would, but it's nice to have like a little bit of change of
Right.
seasons, so you like are in touch with what's
How are the
going on.
summers? That's my only.
the
concern,
summers
'cause-
are hot.
Yeah.
People, I don't know. I think I'm in the minority of where I think they're hot for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely can be uncomfortably hot, but in my opinion, they're not unbearable. Like
Right.
I would much rather be hot than cold. So if it's
Okay,
really
I'm the
hot
oppo-
out,
I'm the opposite.
you would rather be
Yeah.
cold than hot. Then
Yeah.
then the summers might be.
A little
rough, yeah. But to me, I'm like it is hot out.
But even in
But-
Colorado, it'll get to like 90, almost 100, and I'm like, this is fucking terrible. I
Yeah.
just want to stay inside. So I feel like that's anywhere you go now, especially because I don't know if you heard about Arizona, but it's probably not going to be livable in the next like few years.
Arizona.
Yeah,
Why?
because their summers are getting up to like 112, 115 for like weeks straight.
Damn.
Yeah. And,
That's
like,
crazy.
That's like I wouldn't want to be
Nah,
out
I
there,
wouldn't
bro. Like, fuck that.
What did it used to be at?
Probably like low 100s. But like
Only 108. No, I know what you mean though. Yeah,
But
it's
definitely
for longer
creeped
periods
up,
of time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
creeped up over the years, and now it's probably just at a steady point where it's like that's so unbearable.
yeah.
Like even in the winters, like 80's not bad, but like you're only gonna be there for
yeah.
the winters now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, exactly.
Fuck that.
Yeah, it is crazy how
I think it was Arizona. It was one of those like west
Arizona or New
southern
Mexico
southern
or
western
something.
south. Yeah,
more
Nevada,
deserty
yeah,
states. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
20 minutes depending on traffic, not far at all. Oh, that's
Damn,
nice.
that's
Do you
really
guys go
nice.
there and like go out at night? Excuse me. I was only there like 2 or 3 times where we were like in college having fun. Like we would do our first day to tall, that like engineering fraternity
Yeah.
I was in. We would go there for like our beach weekends,
Oh,
and they had like a couple cool bars there that were
yeah.
always fun.
How far was it for you?
From Columbia, South Carolina, it
Yeah.
was like 3 hours, 3 or
Oh,
4
shit.
hours. So
Okay.
definitely not like a weekend. Well, it was a weekend trip, but
Yeah.
we would do it like once a
Yeah, you can do that in a
semester.
day.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, definitely. I am gonna miss like even though now at this point in my life I don't like drinking so much that I'm like out of control. Like I can't control your body and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
But I am gonna miss like being like those weekends, especially where we would. College is great because you're a mix between adult enough to purchase adult things, but still a kid enough to where you can do stupid bullshit and
Yeah.
you're fine.
Yeah.
Like we would get this like big ass house for like 80 people because that's how many people were in the fraternity.
fuck.
So we go to this like big ass house with a pool and everything. Everyone, it was like $125 for the weekend,
That's
and
money,
you,
though.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And it was
You're
like,
you're like
2
awesome.
blocks from the beach.
You're like,
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
Count me in.
Yeah, exactly. You go, it's this massive house with a bunch of like bedrooms and kitchens, and
Yeah.
you all just get blacked out and hang out all day for
That's awesome.
3
Yeah.
days, and then you go back home. But like, I am gonna miss shit like that because as an adult, like.
You
don't do
rarely,
that type
you
of
rarely
shit.
ever see that. Like,
Yeah.
That's once in a blue moon.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. And even
Yeah.
if you do, it's with like 6 of your buddies, which is great.
Yeah.
But like, if I'm in a situation with 6 of my buddies, I don't think I want to be like blacked out at 11 a.m. You know what I mean? Like I want
Yeah.
to do shit and drink a little here and there.
Right.
But in college, when there's like a bunch of people around and it's
Doesn't
like a
matter
party
if you're
all
blacked
day,
out,
like who
everyone's
cares?
blacked
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck. Good times. All right, I'm gonna try this new.
Yeah.
New
You
pen,
have to let me know.
flower,
I haven't
Eddie
I
Parker.
didn't try it. I just saw it and I was like, this is awesome.
Have you had Eddie Parker stuff?
No.
Is that like the brand name, or is Flower the brand name?
I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea.
Yeah,
Went
Flower by
into
Eddie
Green
Parker.
Solution last night. Yeah, damn, that was last night. I went in there at 10:30 and I was like, "Show me your disposables." And she was like, "All right, I'll catch you over here." So then we went around and I was like, she was like, "What are you looking for? Just a half G or a full G?" And I was just like, "One of both. Let's rock it." And then she started showing me like the half G's, and I had been there for like these, but not disposables
Okay.
for 2Gs because these taste like so.
That's not a
fucking good.
disposable.
No, this is a disposable.
Oh.
I like for like actual carts.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one you got yesterday.
Yeah.
God, I see.
And I was just like, "What's your favorite like half G?" And then she pointed out those. And then when I opened it in the car, I was like, "This looks fucking cool
Yeah.
as fuck, dude."
It's a cool little shape.
Cool little shape, and the box it comes in is fucking
Yeah,
sick. I
looks
feel
legit. Like
yeah.
you could put mints in there or something. That's another comment. Yeah, every now and then, or every now and again, go to Broadway or something. Broadway's got the most bars that are in close proximity. I can't even remember the street or area the bars were at. I know we went to Sky Bar. I don't know if that's in that area, but Sky Bar was fun. Myrtle's like a good town for young people. I'm
Yeah.
gonna rock a piss real quick if that's cool.
Oh yeah.
Keep the pod flowing.
Pat Pod, what's up? Andrew, how's life after high school? How's Coastal treating you? I'm just gonna have to wait 30 seconds for that to buffer. It's good to be back home. It's good to be here. Pat Pod. Here comes the Pat Pod today. Pat Pod. Show your Pat Pod to me. Yeah, yeah. I gave you a little Pat Pod jingle, so you can clip that. Clip that, chat.
Play it at the beginning of next podcast.
Dude, I'd lose my shit, bro. It was so. I was like, Pat Pod, here on the Pat Pod today. Pat Pod, come chill with us today.
I like it. It's pretty good. Clip that.
Clip it.
Very good. Busy but good. Sky Bar. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, it was.
I said,
it was
how
very
was
busy.
how's life been after high school? How's Coastal treating you?
Gotcha. Very busy. What are you busy with? Also, I want to say shout out Andrew for fucking
Yeah, shout out.
joining the
Andrew.
pod and commenting. Like, it makes it so much more fun
Yeah.
for
Good-
us.
good
There's been so many
interaction.
podcasts. Well, I guess I've only on 16, so there can't have been that many. There's been
Just a few.
a big percentage of them. We get like no comments or like 3 comments, and it's a lot more fun when we do get comments. So I appreciate.
Gives us
you
something to
tuning
chat
in and,
about look at.
Yeah, exactly. And if there's anything you in particular you want
Yeah,
us to talk about,
What do you
like,
want to talk about?
Yeah, what do you want to hear us talk about and chime in about? And yeah, like it doesn't have to just be you reacting to us. Like, you tell us what you want to hear. This goes both ways, you know.
How'd you like the
I
Pat-
swing both ways.
How'd you like the Pat Pod jingle also?
Yeah, yeah. What do you think of the jingle? He's gonna be like, I don't know, man. Let me try this thing.
Yeah, let's see.
It is like a
Give us a Dave
funky shape,
Give us
you
a
know what
Dave
I mean?
Portnoy pizza review. On
yeah,
it.
yeah. Like the
Good
shape
flop,
isn't like
good
a
flop.
normal mouth.
You got good flop on it.
Good flop. Let's say, what's the thing you do in school where like you make
The
the
pen
pencil
thing.
pencil pen? Good flop. I'd say it's good flop. Average flop, pretty rigid, but that's on par with the
That's
the
what you
vapes of today. Yeah, yeah. It is an interesting shape because it like some of them, most of them have like a clear
like an actual,
mouth
like, mouthpiece
spot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
This
like,
one I feel like I'm gonna put my mouth over.
you could put on the top or the bottom, and you wouldn't know.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It looks like it's more of like a anal probe type of bag.
All right, just hit it.
Ooh, it tastes good.
Really? It was like strawberry and something.
Definitely strawberry something. It tastes good. I like it. I would based on taste, I would give it a 9 out of 10, honestly.
Damn, really?
We'll see how the high compares. Or what rank that would be. Fuck, I feel like I need to sneeze. Fuck, I hate when you have to sneeze and then it goes away.
Ooh.
It does taste good, doesn't it?
Yeah. What does it say? Does it say?
Probably says it on there somewhere. No, sorry.
Lemon watermelon.
Lemon watermelon.
That's-
Okay,
that's-
the watermelon.
I-
That's
yeah.
how I was tasting.
Yeah.
Said Pat Pod Jingle was fire. You should make a loading pre-screen for like a minute, having that on repeat. I should. That's a great idea. And do that while I have everything getting set up, and we can send it
Yeah.
out to people and stuff. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Oh
I could
my
play a little guitar, dude. I'm down to do that tonight after the. I mean, or we could record it on the pod
yeah,
if we
fuck
wanted.
yeah.
Like I have the.
we have
We'd have to unplug one of our
setup.
mics. Yeah, I got my guitar there. I can plug it into the pedal, which plugs into the iPad, and record it.
I'll just have to
and-
redo it. That was just off dome.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Let's sing it again. Yeah.
Well, the only way I know it, I'm gonna change it up in the future, but
In the future.
Pat Pod, here on the Pat Pod today. Pat Pod, come hang with us today.
We can make this work.
I'm feeling like a. You know what I'm saying? Like a southern like Louisiana twang to it.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Let's see what we got here. This thing probably has a minute, It's actually not too bad. All right. It's Pat Pod. No. Pat Pod.
Pat Pod. Here on the Pat Pod today. Pat Pod. Come hang with us today.
Oh yeah. All right. That actually worked out well. All right.
Boom.
Ready?
Yeah.
Don't.
Pat Pod. Here on the Pat Pod.
Fuck,
to-
wait.
No, you're good.
Pat Pod.
Pat Pod. Here on the Pat Pod today. Pat Pod. Come hang with us today. Today. Saber.
Thunder Mifflin and Sabre.
It's actually Saber.
Yeah. Saber.
Saber.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just
Alright,
watched that episode. Sorry.
That's a good one. No, don't be sorry. All right, go ahead. Start off.
Pat Pod. Come hang with us today. Pat Pod. Come talk with us today. Fuck, I messed up the lyrics.
Keep going, and now I'll add some Southern twang.
Pat Pod on the Pat Pod. Here on the Pat Pod today. Pat Pod, the Pat Pod. Come hang with us today.
That's enough for now.
Hell yeah.
That worked out. That could be.
It'll be the jingle.
I'll clip that and make that the jingle.
I think
that was quick and easy.
The last one was good.
The last one was
Last one
good.
was the
Yeah.
one.
If we did like 2 or 3 more reps, we would dial that in for sure.
That's fire. Good idea, Mr. Andrew.
Genius idea. And we also I don't know if you saw it.
Just made a
But-
Pat Pod jingle live.
yeah, live. I don't know if I don't know if you saw it on the last pod. We had a Be Right Back screen, so maybe just instead of the Be Right Back screen, I'll just play that.
Play the jingle.
Yeah, it'll be like me and someone else on the pod in different outfits, and then it just cuts to that, and they're like, "Wait, what the fuck?" He said perfect. Fuck yeah, it worked out well.
Took a second, but we got there. You know.
Made it happen. This is a good pod.
Good pod.
I'm feeling good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I've been waiting to put this in until I smoke. So now I might put in 2. Should I?
Dude, my coworker was asking me about that, and I was like, I've never done a
Really?
double decker.
Yeah, let's both do it.
Is it good?
Yeah.
I have one that's been in there for a second, but do you?
Oh, you mean one in your mouth? Yeah.
Do you do both up top?
I am more of a bottom guy, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like the top
guy.
one, they just like work their way down a little.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah, I always have to push it up with my tongue, low key.
yeah. Excuse me. Exactly. You have to push it up. And bottom, like, if it falls down, it's just like deeper. You know what I mean?
Deeper in the gums.
Yeah. All right, we just threw in some zins. Let's get into some topics.
What do you got? Do you have anything?
I don't have anything. Andrew, if you got any ideas, like aliens, politics, conspiracy theories, sports, movies, music,
TV shows, yeah.
shows.
How you feel about truck drivers on the highway? I personally hate them.
You hate
because they're
them.
idiots.
Are you talking about pickup truck or 18-wheeler?
18-wheelers.
18-wheeler, yeah. They are idiots sometimes, but also a lot of times they just hang in their lane.
They give us our products too, so I'm like,
True, yeah. Yeah, would you rather cut you off and you can have eggs tomorrow, or if they don't cut you off and you're starving?
Yeah,
you know?
I think I'd
Yeah.
have the eggs.
Yeah, me too. Unless you're like self-reliant.
That'll be a good short.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Unless you're like self-reliant and have like your own ecosystem at your house with like chickens.
How have you been
eggs.
doing that too? Are you just
The shorts?
setting them? Like cuz
Oh, wait, you mean have I been posting them actually? Yeah.
Cuz I see like I turned on notifications for YouTube.
and it's every other day.
Yeah, it's every other day, and I'm like, you and one of the other people I'm subscribed to like post on the same day, and I'm like, wait, it's what the fuck is going on?
yeah. Like, are they in cahoots? But yeah, basically,
The Pat Pod and Mr. Beast.
yeah. Me and Mr. Beast are like this. Yeah. That's how I'm so viral with like 173 views on a short.
Can you imagine Mr. Beast and his team just walks in the door and he's like, all right, guys, we're going to do a challenge. 100 days in this room, and you have to record every day.
That would be fucking crazy. That would be so crazy. And they walk in, they're like, this week of exposing shitty podcasts. Or surprising shitty podcast. Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Bleep that out.
Yeah, bleep that out. We'll just keep that in our video. Oh man. Where did that start though? Where did that
We were going topics, and then we kind of went off the rails.
Yeah, we did. Would you ever want to live in a self-sustaining type place where you live on like a farm with animals and you grow your own food and
That's a good question.
that sort of thing? or would you
I would
prefer to
say-
like work
I
a
would-
job and earn money
I would
to
say
buy this thing?
my like mentally sometimes I think about that and I'm like I could do that, and then I feel like when it really gets down to like the shit work, like where you're actually like shoveling shit and like having to deal with all the animals bullshit, I'd be like, count me out. Like I gotta like
Say it.
I gotta do some womanly tasks and get myself in the kitchen or like clean some shit. I'm not dealing with this actual bullshit
Shit anymore. Yeah.
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 You know what I mean?
Then you're like-
that's my only like problem with
Yeah.
that scenario.
Yeah.
Like I think I could do it, but I'm like when it really gets down to it and like you're out like 12 hours a day just like on the tractor or some
Yeah.
bullshit like that, like I'd be like, no,
Yeah,
bro, fuck
yeah.
that.
Yeah, totally. I agree. I don't disagree at all.
Yeah.
I agree that there would definitely be a lot of work you have to do that's shitty, and it's not like it's not like I'm
Yeah.
necessarily like pro this lifestyle. Like my
Yeah,
plan
yeah,
is to
yeah.
move out and do this. That's not my plan
Right.
whatsoever. But I could.
Just a scenario.
It's kind of like it's almost like romantic in a sense, the
Yeah.
idea of living in nature and
100%.
just living. You know what I
Right,
mean? You
right.
don't have this like feeling of going to work and doing this other thing that leads to
yes.
you do A that leads to B, which leads to C, and thing
Right.
E needs to get done, which eventually trickles back. Like
Yeah.
like having just the complication of
There's,
the
like,
world, just
two
living in,
options for every outcome, and like that's all you have to deal with every day.
Yeah,
Some-
exactly.
some
Yeah.
nice shit like that.
Yeah. But then it comes along with that, it's like you have to do everything that needs to get done, including shoveling shit and fucking
All in
if
a
you're
day's
living
work,
in the out of
too.
nowhere and there's animals and
Yeah.
bears and shit that
Yeah.
come around. Dude, there was this fucking you should watch it. We could watch this tonight after
Yeah.
we're done this if we want.
Cocaine Bear.
No, have you seen that?
Yeah,
Was
I
it
did-
good?
I saw that in theaters.
Was it good?
It was fucking. It was. I was high as shit, so it was funny.
Yeah.
But I also think just in general that movie's funny as
Dude,
shit.
I
'cause, like,
gotta see it. I saw
'cause,
all
like,
the ads for it. And I was like,
dude,
this sounds cocaine
yeah,
bear.
dude, it's insane, bro. Like, I don't want to spoil the movie, but I kind of want to tell you the essence of it. Like this.
I mean,
one,
I get the gist.
this
The
one
Bane-
plane-
the
this
bear
plane,
takes
like,
cocaine.
like drops like 3 or 4 like pounds of cocaine into the forest at one point.
Like a
I don't-
smuggling plane?
Yeah. Just throws it out, and like the bear gets into like a fuck ton of cocaine and is just like fucking destroyed. Like he's off cocaine and doing
This is
some
based
whack-
on a true story, too.
Yeah, he's like doing some whack ass shit, and then it turns violent all of a sudden. You're like, what the fuck? And then you realize like based on a true story too. So like you're just in the wilderness one day and like at your little police shack, and like a fucking bear off cocaine
Dude, that's
walks in
so crazy.
and it just tears you up. Like,
Could you imagine, like, if you see a bear, period, I'm going to be like, fight or flight mode. And then it's
Yeah.
charging at you.
Yeah.
And then
and then
it
you see
smells
white-
like cocaine.
white
yeah,
powder
you
on
see
his
a bunch
face,
of
you're
white
like,
powder
"What?"
around it. Yeah, you're like, what the fuck
Am I
is going
hallucinating
on?
right now?
Yeah. Oh, my God. That's fucking crazy. I saw a video today. It was a short of an... Oh, did you comment?
Sorry, yeah.
It was a short of, like, an interview. It almost looked like a press conference type thing.
Yeah.
But it was just like one. I think it was like a local news thing. But it was a guy hiking near Fort Collins who
Oh shit.
he was like running on a hiking trail. He got like half a mile in, and he saw a fucking mountain lion, like 100-pound mountain lion,
Yeah.
and it fucking attacked him. And he was like putting his arms up, like yelling at it, trying to get it to like deter it. And the mountain lion came up and it bit his right arm, and he ended up killing the mountain lion, which is sad. But it was like a 10-minute wrestling match between him and this mountain lion, and they like rolled down this rocky hill, and he had the arm was stuck in the mountain lion's mouth the entire time, and he ended up getting it by like putting his foot on the back of its neck and killing it. But he like
Holy fuck.
fought a mountain
Dude,
lion
I feel
and
like
won.
Is this a few years ago?
It might
I
have been.
think it was a few years
It
ago.
could-
'cause I
definitely could have been.
I remember hearing about this story. Like there was a dude just hiking, and this exactly happened.
It probably was that same story.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it probably was. Cause like that shit terrified me, bro. That's why I was like, if I'm going on a hike, I'm bringing like 2 or 3 homies. I'm
Yeah.
never going alone, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
You should get some like, I mean, I don't know if bear spray works on mountain lions, but I feel like it would. Like
Yeah.
it's supposedly it's just like extreme.
Yeah,
pepper
at
spray.
least something, dude.
Let's see what
Yeah.
his comment said.
He's got
Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore that
sorry,
comment.
sorry.
We were in the middle of what we were saying. Definitely, that whole lifestyle's got to be extremely rewarding. Growing your own crops and lettuce and just makes that shit even more makes that salad even more special.
Just makes that salad even more special.
Yeah.
Growing bear is a real story too, which is crazy. The whole aggressiveness of the bear was all Hollywood salad. The bear just OD'd.
Excuse me.
That makes sense. I figured there was a lot in that story that was like hyperfixated or just like totally
Dramatized,
totally just upped because it was fucking Hollywood.
Because
and
it's a
shit.
movie, yeah, which makes sense. They
Yeah.
would do that shit. Yeah, definitely, it would be rewarding
Yeah.
living that type of life.
100%.
That
like you grow your own carrots,
Yeah.
and you grow your own fucking tomatoes, whatever you fucking need, basically.
yeah,
Have chickens, have cows, have lamb, have whatever type of meat or like livestock that you need to
Yeah.
survive.
yeah. You know what's crazy is like the womanly work, like you said.
Yeah.
I bet like even the shit you don't want to do gets split up between the men. If it's just you and your wife
Yeah.
and maybe some kids out there, like you're all
yeah,
doing work,
100%.
and the women are doing bullshit that you don't want to
You
do.
don't
Like
deal with, yeah.
in the not that this is so like stereotyping, but I feel like it is true in most people who are in that situation. Like
Yeah, yeah.
the woman's in the garden, like she's got to plant shit. I guess you plant shit a lot all day, but
yeah.
like it's different. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
she's out there like 12 hours a day. Yeah,
Slaving away.
Slaving
fucking
away.
Putting,
yeah.
putting all the
Imagine
beans.
doing it as if your life depends on it.
Yeah,
you know?
100%. Yeah. That would be crazy.
It would
too.
be crazy.
If you were born into like a Amish community or like
Yeah.
a fucking just like straight farmland, there's nothing around you for 40, 50, 100 miles.
Yeah, you never.
You got to
use
just
TV.
live off the land.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That'd be insane.
Crazy. Oh, I was gonna say this earlier. I saw this. This was the thing I was gonna say we could watch later. It was this Vice News a while ago when Vice like first started, like 12 or 15 years ago. One of their like first big stories was these guys went to visit this guy who lived in Alaska, and it was that same thing. He lived totally on his own
Yeah.
land, and they had a dog, and they would make elk tacos, and they had this little TV where they would watch movies, and they would have to go out and and do all this crazy shit. Like a bear attacked them while the Vice people were there, and
No way.
they ended up having to kill the bear because the bear was coming at night. Like they knew it came the night before because the meat was like taken or scratched up or whatever.
Right.
And then they were like, "Oh shit! Like now this bear knows we're here. It's gonna come back. We've seen this before." And the
Yeah.
bear came back, and they had to kill the bear, and they like skinned it and everything.
Jesus.
And they lived like crazy lives. Like it's sad. The guy and his wife, they were like on a canoe one day going to this other spot for whatever reason, and like this big rush of water came that doesn't normally, and it tipped over, and their like 2-year-old baby
Damn,
drowned in the
dude.
water. Like it's a crazy,
Yeah.
hard type of life. But the guy, it was interesting because the guy was like, they were asking him like, "Oh, like is it weird not seeing people around?" And he was like, "Yeah, like it's interesting because he was talking about how important it is for humans to have other human to human interaction.
Right.
Yet he lives in this area where there's no human. So it was interesting that he had that perspective, even though he didn't experience that necessarily.
Yeah, yeah.
But I would think like someone who lives in that situation would think like, yeah, like human interaction is good and it's great. I have my wife out here,
Yeah.
but I don't always feel I don't feel the need to always. You would think someone who lives in that situation would feel
yeah.
less inclined to interact with a bunch of different people, but he felt like inclined to interact with a bunch of different people and still lived.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was just like an interesting video, the whole like
Yeah.
experience.
I don't know if you watch the Nelk Boys at all, but I was watching
The Amish guy.
the
one-
Amish guy one, dude. I was just thinking about that. That shit was so funny.
Yeah, dude. Nelk does have some fucking good videos. Some
Yeah.
are like cheesy and stupid in my
Yeah,
opinion, but others are
100%.
genuinely fucking hilarious.
So funny.
And the
dude.
shit they would do, like I would never do, like the wine tour video where they were doing all that stupid shit
Oh, I
on
didn't
the
see
wine.
that one.
That was like a while ago, but they basically went on like these wine tours in Italy and were just like fucking with the people, giving them the wine and chugging bottle. They're like, oh, like you guys sell these bottles? Because that's the whole thing is they like bring you on this tour to sell you the bottles. And,
Right.
They're like, you sell this bottle? Yeah. And they like get like 5 of them and then chug them and
Oh my
spill them all
God.
over the place. Just like stupid shit. I would never do. I would feel
Yeah.
like too big of a dick doing that.
Yeah,
but they do it and
100%.
record it, and it's extremely
Hilarious.
entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, extremely entertaining to watch.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah, that Amish video.
That was so
was-
good, dude.
Yeah, and they're like sitting. They're all the Amish people are all going to bed, and they're like watching the Lakers game. Like, we gotta like go to a bar and watch this or something. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. All right, let's dive into another topic. Not that. Well, this isn't the topic I was gonna say, but this spawned off it, dude. Like, I am definitely feeling these beers, and we've only had this like at school. Like, even just a couple months ago, if I had this amount of beers, I'd be like, all right, I'm feeling
Feeling good.
feeling
Let's
good.
get
It's a
some more.
Wednesday night. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, let's go get some pictures or whatever.
Yeah.
But now it's like
Way lower.
more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or yeah, my tolerance is way lower, so it feels
Yeah.
way more. This wasn't the topic I was gonna say we should get into, but I wanted to say this as a side note. I feel like I need to do not necessarily like a better job. Well, yeah, a better job preparing for podcasts, but also like a lot of times I have people on, we just talk and catch up, which is good, and that's not bad at all because the podcasts are long as fuck.
Yeah.
But I feel like it is good to go into specific topics at times because when I run through that software that makes all the clips,
Yeah.
it is much better at picking up like topics, and specific topics make better shorts than just like, oh, what's going on in your life? Because like
Right.
we enjoy talking about our lives, which is
Yeah.
great, and I'm not saying we shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But the shorts that like are better for YouTube are the ones that are like about
Specific
something,
topics,
not
yeah.
it could any like the living solo in an ecosystem or
Yeah. 100%.
cocaine bear or whatever.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly,
like
yeah.
that's more relevant to strangers than
Just
like
what's catching up.
Yeah, exactly.
What's
So
going
anyway,
on in
that
that
was
person's
my
life.
side point. I feel like I should.
I feel
Like
it's,
like when normally I don't think about like, oh, we're doing a podcast. Like
yeah,
I
I,
think,
feel like
like,
it's
let's just
hard.
talk.
Like if you just like are like day of like, yo, do you want to do a pod? And then like, oh, awesome. Like I have a podcast, but like, I wouldn't be like, oh, I need to get fucking topics for this
Yeah,
person
exactly.
tonight. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So I feel
But
like
I do see what you're saying.
yeah. So I feel like even if I don't like I do feel like in the sense it is preparing for podcasts, but not really. But I feel like when I am doing a podcast, I need to be. It's like normally I just think of it as a conversation, which is how it is. But I think I should make more of a point of being like if something comes up, any sort of topic, just be like, okay, so what are your thoughts on blah blah blah? Like
Yeah.
ask more
Specifics.
questions that I
Yeah.
wouldn't typically ask in a
in a
just
conversational
hangout
way.
conversation,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
ask
yeah.
it so that it's triggers more.
like an in-depth
Yeah,
conversation
yeah,
on the
exactly,
topic. Yeah,
exactly.
I get you.
If
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
But the original thing I was going to say, what are your thoughts on? What are your thoughts on aliens in general? The fact that the government has talked about like
I think
unidentified areas.
aliens are definitely real. I think that the government hides a lot of information from us and like has been for probably like 40, 50, 60 years at this point of just like they have known instances where like aliens have contacted or like
Or
contacted
unknown things.
contacted
yeah.
the public or some type of shit and like they just stuff it under the rug and like don't tell anyone about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. They're definitely there's something going on. Either
Yeah.
there is some super secret high level government thing that is
Yeah.
so unbelievably classified that no one can get their hands on,
Yeah.
and they have this crazy technology that to everyone else is like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And it's like gravity manipulation devices, which makes sense that those would be like extremely classified. Because
Yeah.
that would change everything. Like,
Yeah, 100%.
you don't need a motor to move something anymore. You can just change the gravity in
Right.
that area. Like, think about so many uses for that. But so it's either that or it's there's genuinely people from other planets here doing and maybe it's not even people. Maybe it's a probe. Like, we don't send people to fucking Saturn to take pictures. Like, we
Yeah.
send a probe and it goes and
Yeah.
takes pictures and sends it back. Like, it could just be that. All the crazy shit we're seeing is their versions of.
I think it could also be like
probes.
deeper than that. Like,
What do you mean?
maybe
What are you thinking?
humans or aliens are so like much more civilized than we are and like have a grasp on how everything works way more than we do and like have like infiltrated like human existence.
Really?
Like I think that this is just a conspiracy
Yeah.
theory, but like I think there's a chance that like aliens
They're
could be
among
in
us.
the government and some crazy shit could be going on and has been for a while,
That would be crazy.
right?
I don't know if I'm quite at the point where I think they could be
I don't
necessarily
that's just a conspiracy
among
theory.
us.
That's not
yeah,
what I actually think.
yeah.
I'm just like
yeah.
throwing
That's
it
out there. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's
I-
crazy.
I would lean more towards they're here and observing us, like
Yeah.
watching us. They're like, okay, this life form is developing beyond just basic microbes in the water and plants on the ground. Like, there's
There's some
genuine
shit. Yeah.
technological advancement. They're
Yeah.
understanding how the universe works. There's been multiple sightings of these UAPs, these unknown aerial or unidentified aerial phenomenon, all around nuclear sites. Like, right around when humans first discovered the potential for nuclear weapons in like the 1940s and 50s, there was tons of these UAPs that would come to nuclear sites and disable like their softwares and their systems
Holy
and
shit.
like just shut
I
off
feel
the
like
power
I've
near
heard
there.
about- I heard
There was
that.
definitely one in Russia. I don't know if there were any in the U.S. There might have been. This would be another thing we should watch. There's this UFO documentary maker. His name's not Michael J. Fox.
No, that's Back to the Future.
James Fox, maybe James Fox.
Yeah.
Fuck. Feel bad.
Something
Well,
Fox.
I was gonna say I feel bad I can't give him credit, but no one's seeing this shit anyway. But anyway, the documentary is called Point of Contact or Moment of Contact. It's so crazy, dude. It's about we should watch it. Maybe we should watch it tonight. It's so good. It's basically about this town in Brazil, Virginia, Brazil, where supposedly the story is there was these 3 schoolgirls, like 10 to 13, like young adolescent girls, and they found an alien, like a genuine, like this small 3-ish foot creature, with big head, big black eyes, like, and it sounds fucking batshit crazy. But I'll give you the rundown of the story and then say why I believe it. Basically, they found this alien like huddled in a corner, and they knew it. It didn't say anything, but it communicated with them that like help.
telepathically?
Yeah, like telepathically communicated with them. They all had this message like, we need to help this thing. Like, they all had that same message like implanted in them, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And so then they call people, and these military people come. Guy gets out of the truck, picks it up, takes it in the truck. They take it to this hospital, and it's in a body bag, but they take it into the hospital and x-ray it and take pictures. And normally the x-ray technicians get to like see the images. They
Right.
see the pictures and then they process them or whatever. But the government people, they were behind the screen. Like, you can't hit the button and they can't see any of the images. They just took the images and left. Then it went to this Brazilian air base, And from that point, 2 American helicopters came in, or 2 American aircraft came in, and the Brazilian people were saying, you don't have permission to land, you don't have permission to land. They land anyway. A package gets loaded into those aircraft. They take off. This trail goes cold. Nothing ever is learned after that. And it sounds batshit crazy when you hear it just like straight up.
Yeah.
But this guy goes to this town. He interviewed the girls that saw the alien, the technicians at the hospital who took the x-rays. They said there was a smell that lingered for days, weeks, maybe even. Smells that lingered. Like this terrible odor, rotten type smell that they said they couldn't even describe. It wasn't similar to anything they'd smelled before. It lasted for a while, and he interviews a bunch of those people. He also, when he interviewed the people working at the hospital, they said, this is really crazy. It's so crazy, but the alien was communicating with some of them, and just didn't like it, they said it was because they said it was weird because they got feelings of what to understand, but it wasn't words. Like they just got that,
like an inkling.
Yeah, like the feeling or the idea or whatever. But supposedly the alien communicated them like that it feels bad for humans because humans don't understand what we really are. Whatever that means. And the army guy who went out and grabbed the alien with his bare skin and put it in the body bag, he dies of some mysterious infection that doctors have no idea what was going on. They'd never seen anything like it, and he dies within 48 hours of interacting with the alien. But yeah, they said they supposedly telepathically communicated with the people working there that humans don't understand what we really are. And he interviews I want to say thousands. It definitely hundreds, if not thousands total, that might have not all made it in there, of people in the town. Everyone believes that this story happened. There's a fucking statue of like aliens in the town square. Like,
what the fuck,
the thing that makes that convincing to me is that how could so many people, if it was some plant story to make people sound crazy in this small town in Brazil, for whatever reason that someone might want to make that story happen.
Right.
How would they get thousands of people to all line, family members of people who died from the experience?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, 100%.
it just all seems a little too legit.
Yeah.
Like it seems like too big of a thing to be fake.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%. Yeah.
But
How
also
long?
gave a comment. Have you guys heard about that drones that have been flying around like Norfolk and Langley Air Force Base? Yeah, fuck. I wish we could see the time that these things were commented. But yeah, those are those same UAPs, like the drones that act in a way as if they manipulate gravity. And have you heard of Bob Lazar?
Mm-mm.
Dude, oh my god.
I want to watch that Point of Contact though.
Dude, oh my god, it's
good?
so fucking good.
Is it like a doc?
Yeah, it's a documentary. I'm down to watch it after this.
Yeah.
But Bob Lazar, you got to watch this Joe Rogan episode. I think he's been on maybe 2 times. But Bob Lazar, geez, where do I even start with this? He was a propulsions expert, like motors and propulsion.
Is this the dude that had the court case and shit and like?
No, that's the congressional testimony.
Yeah.
That was David Fravor.
Okay.
He was one of the pilots who saw these crazy UAPs.
I watched that shit, but I haven't heard about the guy you're talking about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So Bob Lazar was this guy who was like this propulsions expert, crazy genius physicist nut type dude. Like he put a jet engine on his Honda and would drive it to work, like
what the
crazy.
fuck? Yeah.
Just like loves this type of shit. And so he gets recruited for this like mysterious job, and he goes, and it turns out it's a job at Area 51. Basically, his job is to reverse engineer the propulsion mechanism that allows these unidentified aircrafts to fly. And essentially, it's a device that manipulates gravity. So, like, everything we do to move, cars, rockets, bikes even, we do something and push something out the back, which makes us to go. Like, the cars, the engine goes, and it pushes friction from the tires backwards, and we go forward. A rocket, it shoots... It has this crazy chemical reaction and shoots some stuff out the bottom
And then we
and
go
forces
up,
it to go up. But the devices they were working on were just gravity manipulation devices where gravity for us always falls down, obviously, towards the earth, but they could just have it be, gravity go this way at this hard of speed. Like, for us, it always falls at that same speed. Imagine you could turn that up to 10 or 20 or
Jesus,
1,000, million, whatever,
Right.
and they could point it in different directions and just change the
insane.
gravity where they want to go. And he said basically it was like this half sphere, almost like a half basketball, and you couldn't touch it. Like magnets, when you try to connect the same ends, like you couldn't. You
Like
physically
that type of
couldn't get
feel?
that type of feel.
Damn.
And supposedly they had like these. He breaks down the whole like physics of how, in theory at least, it could all work.
Yeah.
Like if you have this certain element that, for us, we can only have it in an extremely unstable form. Like it's made in a lab and it disappears in 3 nanoseconds because
Right.
it's like unstable or whatever. Basically, they have like a bunch of it in a stable form and they blast it with energy and then it manipulates the gravity, which totally makes sense of some civilization that's like 10,000, a million years more advanced than us.
Yeah, 100%.
Like that's some shit we would figure out in a million years. Like, if you have this chemical that we couldn't make before, but we can make it now, and we blast it
Yeah.
with energy, and then it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
It's crazy. And
That's probably what we'll do in like 10,000 years and be like, ha, aliens, look, we did it.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. But yeah, basically Bob Lazar, he worked at Area 51, Site S4 it's called, which is like, but it is Area 51, like part of
Yeah.
that big umbrella. And he first like became a whistleblower or whatever, like told his story in the 80s, like 1980.
Damn.
Because he was in some type of shit where they were like threatening to kill him because he was talking to people about certain things. Like I think I can't remember the exact timeline of everything, but basically he would have to go into work at very random times. Like they would call him and be like, you need to come out here, and he would go and be there for like an unknown amount of time, weeks or months, and then go back home. And his wife started cheating on him, and the people at work told him that his wife was cheating on him, so they were like spying on his phones and everything. And I think at that point he started feeling like very unsafe, like shit, like I'm in too deep or whatever. And he comes out and tells the story, and he's had the same story for fucking 40 years.
Damn.
And it's just very convincing, I should say. Like it's
Yeah.
very okay, either this guy is the greatest liar of all time
Right.
and never breaks or deviates from his story over 40 years, and it's not like he stands to gain any money from
Yeah.
this,
Right.
and everything lines up like and it looks like the government was trying to discredit him because he worked at like Los Alamos was one of the sites that he worked at where the like he worked on the aircraft propulsion, and the government said no, like he never worked at that site. This guy is bullshitting. He never worked at that site, and all of his records that were from working there were scrubbed, completely gone. There were no records of
What?
it, but someone still had a hard copy of like the directory, like people's phone numbers who worked
Yeah.
there, and you know what I mean, like the staff listing from that
Right.
time period, and he's on all those lists
Damn.
from those periods. So clearly they just scrubbed his records and are trying to they would only do that if they're trying to make it seem like he's full of shit.
Yeah.
So if they're trying to make it seem like he's full of shit, he must be onto something, because if he was full of shit, you wouldn't feel the need to
Come out
scrub
and
his
say all that-
records. Yeah.
Come out and say all that and scrub his records.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's convincing. It's very convincing. There's a whole documentary on that too
Yeah.
that another guy made. Oh no, that was the same comment. I think I might have a drink or two in this little fridge if you want. Do you want it?
Oh, I'm all good.
Good. Might have one more stateside. Black cherry. Yeah, I'll take it. Damn, it is. Oh my God, it's 1:20.
Yeah.
What time do we start this? Damn,
2 hours.
yeah, we've been going for almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
An hour 54 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Damn, that went quick.
Yeah. Right?
Should I crack this then?
I'm saying we watch that fucking
Documentary.
Yeah.
All right, I'll crack this then. Fuck yeah, dude. I'm so glad you fucking.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Clean as fuck that. But no, like it's so good. Dude. There's something about.
Yeah, it's refreshing to come home for sure.
Yeah, you feel more. I was gonna say at peace, but I guess it's just comfortable. You're like you're
Yeah.
back home.
I know where I'm.
I know that feeling when you're. I mean, I've been here for a while now, so it's like my new normal. But I know that
Yeah.
feeling of you're away for a while, and you've been away for a long time. And when you do come
Yeah.
home, it's for short stints. It's not.
Yeah, exactly.
long.
Like a week or two at times, or like a month at most.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even a month. I mean, you were home this past summer for a month for the show, but even that
Yeah.
felt like way longer than you're normally home.
Yeah,
you know?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something about like an old friend that you've had so many shared experiences. Like
Yeah.
our whole growing up, like our most developmental period from like 6th grade to end of high school.
Yeah.
That's you changed so much in that time. And we like
100%.
went through that whole change like
Yeah, that's crazy.
next to each
I
other
don't think
the
about
whole
that.
way.
Yeah, I haven't thought about that like that.
Yeah.
That's so true though. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
right? And something about like when you don't see that person for a while and then you
Yeah.
see him again, it's like, okay, this is back at baseline, like
Yeah.
normal. Like it's so easy to
100%.
jump in, and it's not like
Awkward
or
Yeah,
weird
yeah.
in any way.
Yeah, 100%.
It's crazy. You really are a good friend.
No, yeah, you
Yeah.
too, brother.
Yeah.
Glad I got you.
Yeah, I got you. That's crazy too. Just in like human nature in general, like some people you like click with and you vibe with, and you're just almost always on the same wavelength. Other
Yeah.
people, even if you have no dislike towards them and they have no dislike towards you, you just don't like click in the same way.
Right.
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're both good people and you both like each other, you don't ever get to that like, I really fuck with this guy
Yeah.
type
yeah.
of level. And it's weird. There's probably some people that like hate me or hate you or hate anyone
Yeah.
for no other reason than like we've all met people, and even though it's probably not necessarily right to make judgments off of like short interactions, but it's inevitable human nature.
Yeah.
Like if you meet someone for a little bit and they just rub you the wrong way, you're like, I don't like that person necessarily.
Yeah.
And even if you like don't like fervently hate that person, you're like, I just don't really like that guy.
Yeah.
And there's definitely people that feel that way about
Towards us,
us
yeah.
just because of the huge variation in humans. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like whatever it is about us or the one thing we said or
Yeah. I
whatever
wonder
just
if- I
rubs
wonder if,
someone the wrong way at the wrong time.
Yeah, if aliens are the same way. Like if they
Yeah.
just like grow up and just like there's another alien that lives down the street and like fuck that guy, he's not
Yeah.
in my group.
yeah. Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great point. I wonder, it's interesting like if the timeline stretches out, like we're at how many years have we really been like civilized? Like the earliest we learned about is like Mesopotamia, like 4,000 years ago. That's not that fucking long. The universe has
No.
been around for billions of years.
Yeah.
Like 4,000 is nothing. If you stretch that out, I wonder if it gets to the point where like we have so driven into our DNA and evolution, like survival, I need to do what's good for me so that I don't die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like there's inevitably us versus them in every single situation, no matter what. Like
Mm-hmm.
HH versus Upper Dublin, PA state champion versus California state champion.
Right.
Like at every level, even within HH, like certain friend groups,
Yeah.
us versus them, and go even higher, like US versus Russia. Like
Right.
there's always levels of us versus them, no matter what the situation is.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if it ever gets to the point, like if you stretch out the timeline, where that eventually goes away. Like, and people understand, oh, we can all get along and it'll all work out for everyone. Like, does it ever reach that? It's hard to imagine our civilization like that,
reaching
but
that point. Yeah.
I feel like it's possible that some alien civilization is like kumbaya all the time,
Yeah.
and they just get along and all work together.
All are one.
Yeah, exactly. We're all one team.
Yeah.
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 Because, I mean, it does make sense that over time, if you think about evolution, you have certain traits that help people reproduce or don't help them reproduce. That's the other crazy thing. It doesn't matter if you're a good person or a bad person or
Mm-hmm.
anything. Evolution, I guess it's different now that we live with like technology and everyone is, or most people have access to food easily and stuff. But like
Yeah.
when evolution really was happening and still does happen among like primates and all them, it doesn't matter if you're a good person or a bad person. If you survive long enough to reproduce, that is a quote unquote good gene, like a successful gene.
Right.
So like if you're a dickhead and you steal everyone's food, but you're jacked and no one can beat you up, then that's a successful gene. But and we're at the point where like we have this weird mix. But anyway, my point was eventually it would make sense that you get to the point where if everyone had the gene, or even if just certain people had the gene, we're all one. Like, let's all work together. That would succeed enough to where you could reproduce and have kids because you were doing good. The people around you were doing good. So it makes sense that some civilization could get to the point. Yeah.
At some point, we'll get there.
Yeah. Totally. All right. Are we signing off to go watch that?
I'm down.
I'm down too. Andrew, I want to say you're
thanks for
fucking.
hanging.
Oh wait, left another comment. I go home in a week, and I'm extremely excited. Last time I've been back is in like July.
Holy shit.
Damn. Yeah. Fuck yeah. That'll be good. How long are you gonna be home for? Are you gonna be home for a while, or is it just a short visit? Or maybe for Thanksgiving. If it's next week, probably. That makes sense. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, it is a very comforting feeling when you're away from home for a while and then you come home and you're like just driving around the roads that you're familiar
the
with.
Places you've known
Yeah.
for most of your life.
Yeah. It's crazy.
That's a good feeling for sure.
It is for sure. Humans really are like creatures of habit. Only a week Thanksgiving. Yeah. Yeah, makes sense.
Nice.
Are you going to be home Wednesday? Do you plan on going out the Wednesday night before Thanksgiving? If so, we should link up. That'd be fun. I wish you were going to be home the night before.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Rough. It was like $500 for
Yeah,
flights,
oh,
and I was
yeah.
like, fuck that.
That's like either that or Christmas. Definitely both of them are like the busiest
Yeah.
travel times
Yeah, oh,
of
yeah.
the year, period,
Yeah.
across the country.
1000%.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nuts. Damn, I haven't played this acoustic guitar in a while. Normally I just like play the electric because it's there and
Yeah.
I switch it on.
It's a
Gotta take
nice
this
one,
out of
though.
the case. Care if I play for like 1 second before
No,
we go?
I don't know.
What should I play? I don't know. The pressure. Let's do some more Pat Pod. Let's do a short Pat Pod jam, and then we'll go. I'll play the chorus, and then you jump in with whatever Pat Pod lyrics
Okay.
come to mind. You know,
Okay.
I'll do like one set, and then I'll show you like, all right, I'm just gonna play this over and over. You know what I mean?
Pat Pod, the Pat Pod. Thanks for hanging on the Pat Pod. Pat Pod, the Pat Pod. Coming to you today. Pat Pod, the Pat Pod. Thanks for chilling on the Pat Pod. Pat Pod, Pat Pod. Have a good night.
Oh yeah.
Pat Pod.
Pat Pod. Thanks for tuning in. Probably not going to go out maybe around Christmas. Fuck yeah. All right.
Hell yeah.
Well, around Christmas, let's link up, bro. That'll be fun. Are you
Yeah.
going to be home around Christmas?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
fuck yeah. We'll make it happen.
Oh yeah.
That's a good little chord progression.
Yeah.
Some chords just make you sound like so happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or make you feel so happy. It's also, that's a weird thing. Sorry, I feel like I'm
No,
trying.
you're good.
This will be the last thing I'll say, but it's weird how, like, not weird, it's just like a matter of fact, like, certain shapes in a certain order always sound good. You're like, that sounds good there. It'll sound good here.
Yeah.
Oh, there, I fucked it up. But, like, it just
Yeah.
always sounds good. And, like, that, you could start that anywhere. Like, move it up just 2.
Yeah.
You know, like, it just always goes crazy. Alright. We'll call it Pat Pod. Oh, clapping emojis. Have a great evening, gentlemen. Had fun hanging out. Oh,
Oh,
dude.
hell yeah.
Fucking
Shout
had
out-
fun with
shout
you
out
hanging
to
out.
you, man.
You made this pod so much fucking better. So
Yeah.
much better.
Facts, dude.
Fucking hopefully I'll see you in the next one. I don't know when it'll be, probably next weekend at some point, but
Hell yeah.
yeah, thanks for fucking tuning in. Thanks for leaving comments. This has been
Yeah.
fucking great.
Subscribe.
Yeah, yeah. I think he already has. He subscribed actually 5 months. 5 months
Oh,
ago.
hell
Damn, hell yeah.
That's what's up.
True OG. Alrighty. Catch you later, brother. Hope you have a
Peace.
great night.